Hello and welcome back to the podcast. It is Before the Hype. I am Ricardo.
I was not ready.
Yeah, that's why they said keep your phone away, bruh.
This man be watching football. Welcome to the show.
It's
There's
all
no
love.
football
It's all
here.
love.
No football here.
Listen, my bad, they caught me.
Guys, I don't know what game is on, but he is hooked.
Listen, it's
right
Chelsea
through.
in the mud right now. So I'm just trying to watch us so that we can actually win a game. That's all I'm waiting for. But
Yeah, but
it is
Queen
what it
is
is.
back.
I know.
I know.
I'm
You're back.
excited.
Do you
Welcome
know
back.
what? Thank you, guys. I've missed you.
Missed you
I've
too.
missed you,
Listen.
guys.
We feel the same way about you as well, man. We
Nah,
missed you.
I've missed you
It's
guys.
been a long time.
It's been a minute. It's actually been a minute, hasn't it?
It's been like quite a while.
Yeah, it's
we've
been a
we've
while.
all pied ways and we've
Had all
come
the
back together.
adventures.
Connected.
And here we are, and we're going for it. We are talking about: would you share your wardrobe with your partner?
Facts.
Is that a fact?
Definitely,
Like, yes.
yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
definitely.
I mean,
I
it
would.
was like a would you? Question mark.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Yes.
There's
You know-
deliberation.
Yeah, no,
Go
there's
on, go on.
deliberation, not because I wouldn't, but I'm very like, okay, it depends. If we have a wardrobe that we can both share, you see me, I have pieces that I know a lot of people want to wear, and that's fine. But at the same time, if I can't have pieces in your wardrobe that I can wear, then I'm not sharing. Because
So it has to be like an exchange, like a prenup.
Yeah, it does. Because you're going to now rinse out all my good clothes, and I ain't got nothing to rinse in yours.
And also,
Sorry, that's-
time scale wise, because let's say you want to wear that t-shirt, like maybe in 3 days' time, but they have pipped you to the post.
And that's another thing. I don't like that whole expectation on my clothing. Like, if I want to wear something, then you want to wear it. What's going on?
Yeah, but do you know what? You could set like
What?
not ground rules, but like just parameters that people like can follow.
How?
Do you get what I'm saying? So,
Because for
How
me,
do you
once
set-
someone gets comfortable being able to pick out of your
Yeah.
wardrobe, they get comfortable.
Because mind you as
Yeah,
well, like
but-
they're with you. Like, do you know what I mean? So they are comfortable with you anyway. So it's like the wardrobe. It's
yeah,
like,
but it's
what's
not
yours
every
is
single
mine.
piece that would be exactly accessible. Do you get what I'm saying? So there'll be
Mm.
certain ones, let's say you have a special jacket.
yeah,
No matter how many times they want to wear it, they still got to ask you first.
yeah.
No?
Cool, I hear it.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're just able to do those things and set that up, you can work as a team. You're
But-
literally together.
Yeah,
You're a
of course,
team.
yeah, of
however,
Communicate.
however,
Communication.
course. Yeah, I hear
What?
Not
it.
even combination communication. That's what we need right there.
but what if you don't? Okay, let's imagine. Okay, there's a piece of clothing and it's yours. Okay,
Mhm.
and they want to wear that piece of clothing,
Yeah,
but you know in your head that's not gonna suit you.
tell them. Gotta
Yeah,
be real.
no, that.
Gotta
I'll
keep
keep
it
100.
real,
I'll
like-
keep it 100.
That's your
But
partner.
what
at
if
the
they're
end of
like,
the day.
no, you're just saying that because you want to wear it?
We're not gonna argue about my clothes. This is my problem.
it's
Do you
my-
get it? Do you see why I'm not doing this? This is my problem. We're not
Listen.
arguing about my clothing. Do you know what? No one's wearing it. You're not wearing it. Simple
You're
as.
banned.
That's what
You're
it is,
banned.
yeah.
Ah, see, and I'm not trying to be like that. So everyone get their own thing. I'd rather even buy you the same thing if you like it that much.
What?
That's
Would
how
you
I
want
am.
to pull up matching?
That would be crazy.
Unintentionally,
That's crazy.
not intentionally.
I don't know. Actually, no. That's
Shall I
even
tell
a
you what
good
I
I
like
don't know,
about
I think
do you know what I like about intentional matching is when it's not the exact pieces. So see how you're wearing black and white and I'm wearing black and white.
Yeah.
Or no, I'm not, but I'm saying I would wear black and white, but in a different form. I don't want us wearing the same thing.
The exact. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
like
No.
a same, like
No.
the same
Coordinate.
color
yeah,
or,
coordinated,
or a
not
pop
matching.
somewhere or whatever. Or like sometimes me and my friends we both wear the loafers, different
Yeah,
loafers, but like we
yeah.
just
It's
it's a
loafers
loafer
day.
day. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But
See the synergy there.
yeah.
Pull it out the camera.
communication.
You know what I mean? I like that.
I don't.
Would you?
Okay, so I in my head would say yes because here's the thing, I can't date people who I don't like their style
Okay.
Yeah.
of. So like, if I don't like your style, I'm not. It's not happening.
Okay.
So like, just to even get through the door, to even get to open the wardrobe cupboards, I already like your style probably. So like,
Fair enough.
it's it's fine. The only thing that I would say is out of bounds is my vests.
okay.
And
Why?
the reason why,
Yeah,
okay,
go on.
because last week it was so hot in London, okay?
Her.
It was a kind of everything, every piece of clothing was not even a full day's use because you'd just be sweating
Mhm.
Yes,
by
yes,
lunchtime.
yes. Yeah.
And then I've got to put it in the wash. It's you can't get a full day out of it. So imagine they come about, They also take my last remaining vest,
Yeah, and you need it.
and I need it. I'm robbed of my last vest,
You
and I'm
know
like,
what?
it's
No.
because of you. I had to
Yeah.
buy. I actually, in general, I mean, I did it to myself, which is why this example I feel like hits
It's
home
personal.
because I went through so many. I had to buy more. I went to Westfield, Stratford on a Saturday, like during a West Ham game or something,
Yeah, it gets busy around
just
them
to
times.
get vests.
Do you know what? That's someone who like. Oh, and actually, that's a very Nigerian thing. Like, I don't know. Growing up with like vests, such a like. My mum would love. My brother till this day loves his vest.
I
Like,
love my vest.
I love a
I
vest.
love my
Even me, I
vest.
love a vest.
Every
like,
day. It's a staple.
Yeah.
But I'm like, so actually, maybe. I know you're saying about sentimental stuff, but maybe it's more like,
Personal.
nah, but it's these clothes personal to me.
Yeah.
It does happen. It does happen, man.
But I wouldn't mind to
But-
share. But
Wait, you don't mind, no?
no, I'm saying like I said, it's gonna be like it's just not everything. Like you see, like your gilet that you got on. I might
Gilet?
that's wavy, but I might
Thank
just
you.
let you throw that on. But I think you know what I would say. I don't want to share the base layer.
I feel like
Uh-huh.
everything can work
Outer
here
layers.
with healthy,
Yeah,
like it's
I
just
don't share the
healthy
base layer.
communication. Like, if you say to me, yeah,
Please don't
you
wear
like,
my trousers in that.
yeah, but it's like, okay, cool, you got the trousers on, yeah, and I don't know, you might like what I'm wearing, and you want to wear that on another day, or you have it in mind for outfit you've got in future, and you're like, this day or whatever I've got in future, I want to wear it for that. Would you be calm for me to wear it? And I'll be like, yeah.
I
And
would
then on
never-
a day closer to it, you ask me again or let me know again or remind me.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay, cool.
but
The
you're
trousers,
not-
I'm
you're-
not even going to have it in my mind. I'm going to think about something else. Do you get it?
No, because you're not your wardrobe's not a rental service.
It's not a
like,
rental
You're
service,
not
but you just
booking
speak
out. You're
about
not
it.
asking to book out my t-shirt like 2 weeks in advance.
I'm just so
You give me 14
confused.
business days to say, oh, I'd like that
Listen,
jumper. No,
When you're
if I
something
want to wear
healthy,
that jumper,
when you're something healthy, those things run. Do you
I
get it?
feel like that is so unhealthy.
Nah,
You just say when you're in something healthy, you're
those
taking a
things
piss.
run. Like, listen.
No, do you know what? Don't even go there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like it is healthy to have. You see, okay, down to like, I'll be so real, guys. You see perfume, I
Yeah.
don't share. You cannot smell.
What
like
do
me.
you share?
No,
I was
what?
like- I just want to know.
No,
like,
do you know what? I'm a
He
very
said
no.
selfish.
Do you know what? No, do you know what? I'm a very. You guys should know. I would rather buy you your own.
But what?
I don't
that's
think
what
you
I don't get. Why?
understand. I don't know. I just
Why?
kind of grew up like that. Like my mum was very on like independence, but I think the way she showed that was through like. You have your stuff, so you look after your things. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I look after my things. So when I've grown up like that, like the whole idea of a partner, and all of a sudden now, and another thing, like my mum was very much on like young, like you know, I don't know if it's a Nigerian thing, being older and younger. So like I wanted to spray her perfumes to smell like her, you know. But she'd be like to me, "That's a mature scent. Let me get you your own scent." Do you know what I mean? And you have your own scent. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, cool. So now when I'm with friends and stuff, trust me, ask my friends. Yeah, they know. If we're all out on a night out and everyone's not got spray and they want to use mine, absolutely not.
What?
Really?
Because we're all gonna be walking around smelling the same.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
yeah,
no,
but
no, no, no.
it's an
I'm so
emergency. It's an
It's not
emergency.
an
What?
If it's
SOS.
an emergency, but not every. But no, I'm sorry. I can't.
Do you know? I can
What if
understand.
they-
I'm
Yeah,
just no.
if it's like an expensive fragrance, and you don't want to
Of
waste
course, you think
it.
I'm wasting.
Do you
I
get
don't
it?
bring out anything but.
But
Do you
what
get
if-
it?
Sorry.
Like,
I got Dior in my bag and I'm spraying 5 gal with Dior.
Listen.
but what if? Okay, you're downstairs, right?
Mhm.
3 of your girls also downstairs with you, preeing up.
Don't get me wrong. I've gotten better.
But one of the girls has gone upstairs, right? Oh, I need perfume.
Yeah.
Spritz.
What spritz without asking me?
Without asking,
Lol.
comes down. You're like,
Wait, is that my Dior? I
Is
will
that my
genuinely
Dior?
ask you.
would you?
What?
But then what would you do? Would you be like, wash your neck?
No, I'm not.
Lol.
No, of course not. But you see, for next time, my Dior ain't out for you to be spraying.
Mad,
Period.
mad.
I'll be so real. I don't think you
So,
get it. Like,
what would be the best thing to do there? What
no,
should
no.
she have
If you
done?
asked me, I got the spray for the generals.
Communication.
Thank you. If you asked me,
both of you.
Communication.
if you
See
asked
what we
me,
bring
I
it
got the
back
spray
down
for
to
the
you again.
general people. Them. Do you get it?
Right.
Like, there's a general spray.
I've
Not
got a little like.
Communication.
Is this general spray not one for you either?
I might use it when I'm running out the house. But
Oh,
that's-
so use it as an SOS
it's
emergency.
all right. It's not an
Yeah,
SOS.
yeah.
It's just the spray that's there. It's not the ones in the cupboard. Like you think my Dubai smells are just for the. For
So what's your
everyone?
Dubai smells?
Oh, Right now, I've got one. It's my favorite. It's called the Arabian Princess.
Mhm.
Arabian
It's a
Night.
red suede bottle.
Mm.
Guys,
Oh.
I'm plugging you. Just go buy your own.
Don't buy mine.
Don't go buy your own. But do you know what? It's a very like. Don't get me wrong. Say if someone's got the same scent on me and they sprayed themselves, that's their perfume. I won't have an issue. What can I say? A
So
scent is
you
a
wouldn't
scent.
have an issue smelling the same as people. It's if
But
they
I'll be
use
real.
yours.
Most of the time, I don't smell like you. Sorry, I don't.
Well,
Just
no.
because I see the sprays that I pick are very like I'm specific with the
What is your
smells.
kind of like scent?
I like it depends. I like sweet smells, but I like sweet musky
I
sometimes.
was gonna say, there's no way you're a sweet floral.
No, not sweet floral. No,
Scooby.
not sweet
Not a
floral. Like
chance.
not a
Listen.
sweet floral. I like those. Again, that's the
Just going over
general.
my head, guys.
That's the general spray. The sweet ones are like most
Yeah.
girls don't mind smelling sweet because it's just
It's.
But for my
yeah.
personal, it's a sweet musky kind of
Ooh.
smell.
Or
So
Or
it's
like
that kind
a
of
oud
like
type of smell.
oud,
Yeah,
very much.
yeah,
Oud
Guys,
yeah.
oud is
smells.
so
Nice.
strong.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but I
love
like
it.
it because
I
it
love
cools
it.
down with you throughout the day, and then
Does
it smells
it?
even better at
Yeah.
night. Like once you've had it all day, like the way it sits in your skin. Trust me, I get the reviews.
Really? Because like sometimes when I walk through Oldgate, I'm like, whoa, Oud Central.
No, there's some. That's why I say there's some.
So
oud,
oud city.
Nah, there's some ouds that are too much. Like you see, for me, I don't. I like a. You see, whenever I go for perfume, it needs to smell rich. Like only when you see a rich person, you smell this scent.
Mm.
You know, like that's me. Yeah. So I can imagine just spreading that out to the community. Come on now.
Listen, let them community smell good, man.
Yeah, sure.
Do you
no
know what it is,
problem.
yeah? If you're with your friends, yeah, or with a partner, they're another representation of you. Do you
Course.
get it? It's like an extension of you.
Yeah, 100.
So you want them to go with their best foot forward. Do you get it? And that's just how I see it.
And that's
with
why I get
team
you
here.
your own.
You can get me my own as well. But I'm saying, let's say I don't have it right now and we can't go to the shop right now.
Yeah, you see the
Do
thing
you
is,
get
people
it? Like,
making
we
it
can't
sound
do
like
it
I'm
right
not gonna
now.
do. I will do it for
But
the
you just said-
moment. No, I said I'll do it for the. I said like I don't mind. Say one friend. I had one friend with me and she needed a spray. Yes, you can. Of
Okay,
course.
fairs.
But that's why I said I'm just
But
not
the
out
group of
here.
10.
Yeah, I'm just not
Okay,
out here
okay.
trying to like. I'm now the I'm now the
You are the
supplier.
scent giver. You're the
Okay.
scent
No,
giver.
no. Like I don't mind. Even if my brethren comes to my house and they need a little spray, you're here. Use something. But again, I got the general spray.
But they got arse.
Yeah,
And they got the
and you
general.
can't just go pick what
Fizz.
you like. Like that's like you got a £200 perfume and someone's spraying it every time they want to spray something. No, there's other sprays
Communication.
for that.
I hear it. I hear it.
Now I've got a
Um,
storyline to pitch to both of you.
Let's
Okay,
go.
to wrap this little bit up, all about
Not
Okay.
sharing.
not sharing, basically being
No, I
selfish.
share.
Right, and this is a genuine story, not about me, but you know, I'm always around the socials and
Yeah.
I watch too much TikTok, so I see the shit hit the fan,
Okay.
basically. Anyway, so this couple, okay. It was the boy had given the girl, his girlfriend, like this jacket
Yeah.
to like wear, whatever, like
Yeah.
whatever. She had destroyed, like she'd like got some weird stuff on it, like I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
She was like, no, he was like, I don't know what it is. This is like, what is this stuff? Couldn't get it out, but she had hid it for a month.
See,
Not said anything for a month. But then,
if I speak.
right, she said to him, and she was like, well, you didn't even notice it. You didn't even notice that it wasn't in your wardrobe for a month. So
Do you know what it is,
really
yeah?
care?
Is that enough grounds to actually break up with someone? Because I feel like it is, you know.
You see? And
Genuinely,
and
no,
I'm
seriously, no,
extreme.
seriously. Do you know why?
Nah, that's
What, on the
disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful.
That's I'm annoyed. It even happened to me, but I'm annoyed because what the hell is that? If someone told that to me, I'm like, oh, you actually being serious
Yeah,
right
I'd be
now?
like, are you being serious?
Because there's a
Don't
couple,
do
there's
that.
like a couple different like levels to it. There's like the deceit.
Yeah.
There's the lie. There's
Then you
the
want to come add the
destruction.
disrespect with
On
your
top of
comments
it.
on top of it.
When I'm the one that actually allowed you to use my jacket,
No, no, my belongings. This is,
listen.
and again,
my friend,
why
it's
do I
over.
do it?
it's over.
No, do
Why
you
you
know
give
why?
him the general jacket?
No, do you know what? No, but do you know what? See,
That's all right.
I wouldn't care. This is what I say about the selective pieces.
But-
Because when someone goes and ruins it, you're gonna be the one
Ah,
saying,
cool.
"Oh, can I break up with them?" And it's over some jacket that I shouldn't have even just given you to begin with. I should have got you your own damn one. Do you know what I mean?
But
This
I feel like
is
he
the
might
logic.
have given her the general jacket, yeah, for him to have not remembered.
True.
But
Because that was the twist.
then think about it like this: she then presented it and went about it in the worst way possible. So is that how you deal with situations like that? Do you get it? Like you look at the character, the thought process,
Yeah, of
like
course.
Does that even? How did that make sense when you thought of that?
You know?
Did you get it? That's why I'd break up in it. I can't lie. Can't do
Fully.
that. Done. What
It's-
is that?
I
Are you
wouldn't
crazy?
mind. I wouldn't mind if you had the chest to come to me and say,
That's what I'm
"Yo,
saying.
This happens." Do you know what I mean? For me, I'd be still. I don't even care.
I don't know though, because there is pieces in my wardrobe that I have forgot about for ages,
Of
and then
course.
and I'm like, oh yeah, hello, forgot you. But like, if they brought it back and they were like, okay, look, I destroyed it, but let's be real, had you worn it in like the past year, I'd be like, look, you've pissed me off, right? Because you lied and you hid it from me. And what
Yeah.
if one moment I did want that on a Sunday or something?
Exactly.
But if I haven't picked up that piece of clothing for 6 months, I'm not saying it's not like it's like at the back of a wardrobe, but what I'm saying is like it's probably on a hanger. I've moved it about, but I've not worn it.
Yeah.
Is it really worth that much? Is it worth a breakup?
No, this is the problem. This
Okay,
is the
I'll
reason why I
leave
say
lands.
that. Do you know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
worth a breakup when you put into logic that this one piece of clothing that I haven't
Mm.
worn. For me, what's worth the breakup is, again, like we said, the deceit, the way you come about it. For me, that's again the entitlement. You see, that's why I said I don't want someone having entitlement to my clothing when they want, and then if they do destroy a piece, they don't even feel entitled to tell me.
Yeah.
Man, that's the level of disrespect where I'm like, yeah, this is why I didn't start this to begin with.
Once you give them the access, that's it.
It's too much. And like I said, maybe because I'm thinking of the point where my pieces are not just anyhow pieces. Do you know what I mean? Especially for me who picks my wardrobe properly. Like, I don't want, like, if I am going to let you go with someone, I better trust you. And I better trust the fact that if something does happen to this jacket, coat, skirt, boots, whatever, you've got the respect to tell me. And if I can't go as far as thinking you can do that, then you're not having it.
Did the guy break up with her?
No.
Silly
No.
guy, man.
But they
Silly
did.
guy.
But they
You're
did
not
put on.
even serious,
But
man.
they did put on TikTok really good views.
Swear. Well,
Yeah.
well, that's one win.
That'll
that they
probably
got out
pay
of
for
it.
their like
The
kind of
jacket.
date or the jacket or
some of their
like
therapy as well.
yeah, like a few sessions, a
Why
little bit of
not?
counselling on the side.
That is
So why not,
nuts.
man?
Over
Bless
some
them.
clothing, man.
But yeah, that's wild, man.
That's a
That's
wild
wild.
question.
But I feel like the moral of the story is communication, guys.
Communication.
All she had to do was what? Communicate and say, listen, I messed up your jacket. This is what happened. You think he's gonna? You don't remember the jacket, so you're not even gonna care.
And
Listen,
also,
I don't know why I'm
please,
getting passionate about this right now.
I
but
don't know
yeah,
because
listen, guys.
this is send us please your like fashion confessions.
Yes.
Please,
That
oh,
would be beautiful.
can we go
Let us
through
know,
that?
yeah,
like
we
a
need to-
like a agony on. I just want to hear about all the things because I can't lie. Like, no, wait.
Tell me the one.
What's everyone?
Tell us the one piece you've borrowed to someone and they've ruined, and how. I would
Yeah.
love to know that.
Mm.
I would love
I've
to
Speaking
know
of
that.
that-
I've never had that. I've never had
Never?
somebody ruin a piece of my clothes. Like I've never ruined somebody's clothing or like had it the other way either.
Of course, I haven't. I haven't given anyone anything.
Yeah, but when
You've
you
given
wear,
the general.
when you
No,
wear
I
someone's
mean the
clothing, like you
generals,
try your
yeah.
best not to.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Like mess it up.
Although
and being
No, I have
considerate.
actually, but I give it to people I trust. I keep it real.
Although
Yeah.
what I don't like is like somebody will borrow my clothes and then I can smell their perfume
Lil.
like
All these things.
soaked into the fibers.
This is why I say I don't do these. I don't think anyone can ever understand. You see, everything you're saying to me, there's no pros at all. Like I'm just
No,
I
not
won't
that
lie to
poor
you.
jumper.
No, I'll be
Gone.
real. Like maybe because of again, like the friendship group that I even grew up with, like we were just not like that. We were not those girls borrowing from each other. We were not like that at all. Like everyone had their own thing. If you didn't have it, you didn't have it. Period.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I've-
like
with my so
Just
obviously
wasn't like
like
that.
moved into a new house.
Mm.
It's like first time moving into like a proper house.
Yeah.
Like real shit. People have been knocking on my doors.
ooh,
Yeah. We had
bro.
I had people cold calling me, and every
Mad.
time it happens, I get less like
Frustrated.
friendly and more angry. And also, may I just say, somebody stole my veg box. I had
That's
a veg box
crazy.
delivered. Somebody stole it,
Oh,
right?
you
And
got
I'm
the
thinking,
neighbours
you know how
already.
my birthday's in a couple of weeks? I'm
Mm.
like, should I even have to tell you that I'm having a party now? Because you stole my parsnips. So, I'm coming for you.
Parsnips.
you know what I'm
It's
saying?
wild, bro. It's wild.
Anyway, living in this house, you know, love it.
Yeah.
We all share wardrobes. It's open access. As long as you ask, but it's open access.
Wow.
Literally.
That's insane.
There might be some pieces you might just need for your the outfit you
Yeah.
have in your mind.
I
Yeah.
would love to be like that though, but with people that genuinely have the style I want to go to. If they don't, it's just to me. Honestly, it's pointless. Maybe that's another reason why. Like, there's a smithing of people that I would want to even go in their
Really?
wardrobe.
Do you and your friends, do you all have a similar style?
No,
Really?
no,
Not
at
even
all.
That's
anything that
probably
can
why
like
Mm.
correlate together or like.
Like, don't get me. No, I will be real. Even my best friend, like I love her to pieces, but I wouldn't take anything from her wardrobe.
Really? Me and my best friend are like wardrobes constantly.
She might take stuff from my wardrobe. She might want to
constantly
wear
flip.
something from me,
Mm.
but I
we
don't wear anything
constantly
from hers.
take from each other. It's just they like merge. We end up like going down the same
That's
kind of
lit
like
though.
fashion vibe.
And I think
Yeah,
another thing with
yeah.
me is I don't really like to have like I hate wearing something. Like, say if I borrowed something from someone and I only get to wear it for a day because it's not mine. Like, when I think about that logic of things, like that's why I say like I'd rather get you your own. I'd rather get my own. Do you know what I mean? Because if I want to liking style, I don't buy pieces to wear once.
So how do you feel if someone was to style you for an event?
I don't mind, but then knowing me, like for example, I'll even be real. You see, Blast from the Past.
Yeah.
I bought the whole outfit for myself,
Wait, did you?
for my personal, because I liked it that much. That's how I am. Like,
Fizz.
genuinely, if I like something, so if
That's
I
why
got
you were the
styled by
winner.
something,
That's why. Those overalls, I did not rebuy. I don't like.
you see what I'm trying to say?
I
Like,
was about to be
I
like,
put effort into like to the point where I will buy it. So if I got styled, for example, and I really loved it or something, it's either, say for example, some £2,000 piece, I'd be like, rah, like, but I need something similar. Or I need or I will find a way to get that jacket.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Fizz.
I don't approach things like that. What about you?
Well, when it comes to like, obviously wearing clothes for like a day
Yeah.
or one time thing,
Yeah,
I'm
and like
open
the
to
whole
it
styling
because
thing and stuff.
do you know what it is? I'm open to literally like getting styled because what I like to do, I like to obviously express myself through clothes, bro.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I want
definitely.
to see how someone else takes my style and what their concept of it is and how they literally put it on me. That's like the beauty of it for me. So I'm always open to that. Do you get what I'm saying? And
I'd
I'm
love
always,
to
do
be styled, yeah.
you know what it is? In a sense, I do take some parts where if I really, really like the piece or the item, I will go back later on.
Yeah,
And then, you
try
know,
get it. Or
try get a
something.
piece
yeah.
or that exact piece or something similar to it,
Yeah, that's what.
and then try recreate the outfit. But pretty much, I'm an open book, man. Can't lie.
No, I like being styled. I think I would love to be styled knowing it's for something. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see, like, for
Yeah.
example, I was talking about the Guap Gala.
Yeah.
It's like, that was a theme, someone's interpretation of the theme on me. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
hold it down for a day. But I mean more of like, if I get generally styled and I'm finding like, just even, the way these jeans fit, I like them. I'll find the jeans. That kind of mentality. Yeah.
I hate being styled.
Right.
Like fully hate it. Like capital H, underline it, put it in bold. Hate.
Why?
Because like naturally in my head, I just am not gonna agree with you.
You're already against
Are you
them.
just being like stubborn though?
No, I'm not just being stubborn because I know it.
I know what you mean.
'Cause,
though,
like,
'cause I'm
I'm-
particular too.
Because I'm like, do you know what? Like, I feel really good in the clothes that I wear.
Yeah, 100.
And I know, like, if I was going to the Guap Gala, I know exactly what I want to wear to, you know,
Encapsulate
5-star,
that.
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I want somebody else to take the credit when I know that I can, like, invest the time and push myself to, like, do it myself?
Fair enough.
No. Like,
you-
and also sometimes they just don't know what, like, I know what works for me, in my
Yeah,
opinion,
That's true, though.
and what sits right on my body. Like, I know these trousers with a belt go higher up, but I know that, like, if I want to do some kind of baggy look, then I need, like, certain boxers because the boxer band's going to show and stuff. Like, how's a stylist supposed to know that?
It's
They're
true.
not in my
No,
wardrobe.
it's actually true.
Yeah,
Like-
but when someone takes on that type of project, yeah, you got to see yourself as a canvas.
No
You
one.
got to see yourself
Can't
as that.
be.
And the person
I've got
actually gonna
dents, I've got marks,
Exactly.
I've got, like, paint strokes, I've got character.
and
I'm
any
not a blank
good
canvas.
stylist is going to research into you and look into those different traits and see what's best for
They're
you.
just looking into what I've already worn and put together. It's light work for them.
Do you know what? Do you know the only reason why I have to? I'm like, if I could sit between you hypothetically, I'd
They see
be
this
there,
little middle
like, and I say it because, okay, me being just a thicker person, like, you know, thighs, hips, bum, what doesn't work, like, I get it from Ricardo's point of view. Like, for me, the idea of a stylist would probably, like I said, I don't mind being styled, but I still have an apprehension to it. because I know they're gonna try put me in something where I don't know. It's just not. I just am not gonna like the shape you're creating because I know how I create my shape. So that's where I'm like, for me, if I'm gonna be styled, you best know I got constructive criticism. I'm gonna tell you if these pants ain't working. Now, honestly, I couldn't like. So this is where I say I don't mind being styled, but I'd have to work with a stylist that can work with me. Do you know what I mean? Because I know my body more than you do. So if I tell you that shirt is just not gonna work, you best understand.
The only way I'd have a stylist is if they were also my PA and like lived with me most of the time. Because else they're having no idea what's going on. I'm like, you've got no clue.
You don't know. Recorders like
refunds. Because also like stylists cost money, hella money for literally picking stuff. Well, I suppose a really good stylist picks the clothes you can't get. They have access to the clothes you can't have access to.
Even then, sometimes I think the clothes are so ugly.
And sometimes, I'm sometimes a bit like, do you know what? Could have wore something out of my wardrobe. Would have been better.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm open to it, but some low key designer pieces, as much as they're like, you know, big amongst the fashion world, the pieces are just not hitting.
Sometimes
like,
it really depends.
I feel like people are wearing it for names.
Yeah, but
you know, rather than actual style.
But we've moved on. I feel like from that whole. I get it and I don't, because like I feel like we've moved on from the name thing where like you're gonna have Gucci, you know, on the front, Gucci. But like I do agree with you slightly with it's like there's some people who are like, oh, this is Loewe or this is Balenciaga, this is Dior, and you look and you go, is it?
Is it?
Where and how?
Where you wearing it?
I wouldn't. It's the way you're wearing it. I would not pay for that. Do you get it? Regardless of whatever name is on the collar.
So many times they don't pay for it. Like when I went to All Points East, we watched so many musicians, right?
Yeah.
And me and my friends did the guess who has a stylist and guess those are their clothes.
Oh, wow.
Because every artist we saw, it was like stylist, and then we would try and work out where the tag was. Because you could see it. I was like, oh, there's the big label. Because they return it after. And it's like...
They're rented pieces more time.
Basically, yeah. But it's like, what do you even want that for? Because it's like, there's no way you know who it is. And you definitely can make your management get that if you really want. But like, you don't know who it is. Is it just for show? Like, what's the worth of it? Because let's be real, you're a musician. We're only here to hear you sing.
This is where I say,
do you really need to impress with the outfit when you're gonna literally take it off in 4 hours and it's rented?
As an artist, it comes with a package.
It does come as a package. You have to remember, you're also, as much as your voice is being heard, you're being seen.
Yeah, but they're in rented clothes, so what are they being seen as?
Yeah, but think about it like this, as an artist, you have so many things to think about within your artistry. Do you get it? So having someone take over that side of your thinking,
helps.
Release so much from your day, so much pressure from all the things that you're really thinking about. Do you get what I'm saying?
Like, even when you said about the brands, like, as a musician, even me myself, I'm not sitting here reading what brand just came out, what looks good, so the stylist who does that as her general homework can tell me what's popping right now and put me in it. Do you know what I mean?
But why do you need to be in what's popping when you can be in the clothes that you feel and look great in still, but like they're yours? Yeah,
of course, that I respect. No, I hear it, but obviously when you get to a certain level of what, like, depending on where they're going, we're talking some carpets, some events, whatever. Like, you know, big people are around them, so they still have to maintain that idea that as much as they're doing their music and working hard, they're still up to date. Do you
think they're like doing it as a way of like, oh, the brand will see and maybe this can lead to X, Y, and Z? It's more like a PR.
It's like marketing.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I don't know about your brand, hire me. That's literally what I'd be thinking. I'll be real, hire me. Because that's how these artists then become models. Now they're doing Calvin Klein on some... do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and one weird trend that I've been seeing, a lot of them just become creative directors for no reason.
Like who though? Because
Future became creative director for like a little capsule that they had with Lanvin.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't see it?
No, but also, what has Future got to do with anything like that?
Exactly. The point. Do you get it? They've probably seen him with a bunch of Lanvin. Okay, he's got a little influence there. Let's make a creative director.
But like, what's he gonna do? Just like, he's gonna literally be a coat hanger.
What's he gonna do?
Like, I'm sorry, he's gonna literally be a little billboard coat hanger for this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like that that Boohoo collection with Ardy. I saw the Instagram. I'm sorry.
But you
I
know
just
what? That's
cringed.
so on brand, though.
I
It's
just
so on
cringed
brand.
so much. I know it's on brand, but it's so like even
So
the visual. I was like, you're just being told to walk forwards, back, left, and right as they
Yeah,
like whip this little
literally.
like camera around. Like, oh yeah, like we're in the studio with Ardy. Like this is what he wears. Like, no, he doesn't.
It's so bad.
Like he's wearing like Nike ACG and he's trying to wear like Nocta. He's not wearing his Boohoo collection.
yeah. he's not.
Like,
Do you know-
oh,
So how do you feel, about when people get styled for magazine shoots and covers? Because they're
I
not
think that's
always
different.
they're not always styled in their actual like day-to-day
No.
style.
No,
For
And
that's
sometimes it
different,
suits them better. Sometimes it might not suit them as well as their day-to-day. But at the end of the day, they still try something new. Someone else had a concept for them. Do you get what I'm saying? To actually take
I
on?
think it's different because I think editorial magazines,
Mm.
like, not to all sound like cringe, but like that is like a book of real creativity, real thought out. There's like teams behind it. Like it's not just like a star in some clothes on a piece of paper. Like it's that whole thing is such a storyline and such a expression and a thing to really like boost and inject creativity into the pockets of the readers and stuff.
Yeah.
That like they should be wearing, I think, really avant-garde pieces or really exciting pieces or just stuff which brings excitement. Like for instance, Little Sims on the latest Days cover,
Yeah.
incredible. Like
She done the book signing for that cover,
yes,
It was literally in Vans.
It was.
In Oxford Street.
yeah, and it was like
Mental,
she had
man.
this wool, all-in-one, basically really oversized. I think it was Comme des Garçons.
Yeah.
And it had like black polka dots and stuff. No one's actually gonna wear that out, but on an editorial, it's exciting, it's invigorating, it's kind of like that's fun.
You're right.
Personally, do I ever look to magazines for fashion inspiration? No.
Do you know
I
what
can't like
liken
no.
it to? Yeah.
No.
Listen, obviously some people might have their opinion on this, it's different. But I liken those editorial shoots to when people get birthday makeup. So on a day-to-day,
Wait.
they might look beautiful on a day-to-day, but then they just decide on their birthday to just absolutely go crazy with the makeup, just go full house with it, like it's just mad, and it takes away from the beauty of and essence of what they exactly are and who they are and what they represent. It takes away from the beauty and it doesn't really like make
Wait.
them look as good.
Like
everyone's
I thought you
always-
said you like it.
Like it, that's it. I
No,
don't like that.
you
Listen,
don't
I don't
when
like that.
people- I see.
Listen, I do not like
Yeah,
it when
I
people
hear
put
it.
that birthday makeup on. Do too
And
much.
it's funny you say that,
It's
because
doing
as of
too
my
much.
last 2 birthdays, like that's something I stopped doing. Obviously, you came for
See,
my birthday.
do you know what I'm
He
saying?
came to my I literally look like how I look right now. It was so because I couldn't.
Thank
I've
you.
stopped doing this whole like I don't know. Don't get me wrong. It's not personal. Like it's not even anything to do when other people do it. They look gorgeous. Celebrate your
yeah.
birthday. But just for me personally, I just kind of have really gotten into this element of wherever I am, whatever it is, I'm just gonna be comfy, even if it's my birthday. Like I had a dress, obviously, but like I didn't go ham with my face
That's
or
what I'm
anything because it's
saying.
just. But again, everybody's expression is different.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
I'm not
That's-
saying don't
that's
put
true.
makeup on yourself. I'm saying don't overdo it because of the occasion.
Hmm.
You're overdoing it because you feel like you have to overcompensate. Do
Do
you
you
get it?
I don't know.
I don't think women are
I-
thinking that, you know.
I don't think
I'll
they
be real.
are.
Trust
I
me,
don't
you
think
can
they're
be
thinking to
unconsciously doing it, you know.
overcompensate.
Yeah,
They're
no, 'cause
going, it's my day.
birthday, yeah.
Everyone's gonna notice from head to toe.
That
So
I'm
you
here.
overcompensate, overbeat the face,
No,
and you're
it's
making
not
like.
overbeat.
But they're
It's
not
just-
seeing it
it's
as
like
overbeaten.
It's
They're
putting
seeing
the
it as
spotlight
beating it
on
to the
brighter.
max.
That's the point. Like it's not like it's putting the spotlight on. It's just like, hello,
It's my birthday.
it's my
Yeah,
birthday.
It's more of a self thing. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if I was to, for me, it's just a different thinking. But I think the reason why it's done is because it's like you said, they look normal day to day. Like even my mum, she wears her uniform most days of the week. The one day she goes, even if it's to down the road, she dresses up like she's going carnival. And you'd think, why do you need to be like that? Because she's in her work clothes all the time. So the one day she gets to overdo
Express and feel.
she's gonna overdo it. You know,
Because
that's
why
somebody's
not?
birthday. Like they've been working most of the year. They probably ain't even done much to their face. The 1-2 motives they go every so
Yeah.
often.
And this is the
Then it's
one
their
special.
birthday,
It's
it's
so
like-
special.
I'm not saying don't do it. Just don't overdo it.
I
You should have you shouldn't ever even overdo anything.
I don't know what
anyway.
birthdays you've
Do you
gone
get?
to,
I
but
don't know
like,
whose
I don't
birthday
know
we've
Listen,
been
it's
you've
been a
looking at,
debate
yeah.
that's been going on online for a while.
Well, I
A lot
must
of
have
people have
man them's group chat.
Listen,
Is what
a
he's
lot of
talking
people
about.
are saying what I'm
He's
saying.
being very like
So
WhatsApp
it's not like
lad.
I'm saying something that's not right. I swear done. It happened so much and I felt it before I even saw the chat happen. That's why I'm just comparing the two things.
Yeah, yeah.
When you overdo something, you might just take away from the essence of what you're really trying to go for. And that's just what I feel like you have when you have these editorial shoots and magazine shoots. Like, it doesn't even represent who you are at all, but you're just dressed in really nice clothes that don't represent what you do, who you are, and it doesn't align. Like, it's
I think it's
misprofiling.
different though from stage to magazine. I think they're two different ball games.
Okay, so recently, Burberry had a show. For
In London Fields.
yeah. In London
Mhm.
Fashion Week recently, for London Fashion Week, sorry. And Bukayo Saka, obviously everyone knows him for like being obviously the right wing of Arsenal, one of the best for England, and we get it. But the clothes that he wore, I don't feel like they represented his style the best way. It just didn't sit well. Like, it just didn't sit well. It just didn't look as good, and I feel like he could have got something that could have actually been more of him. If you saw the outfit, the outfit was like a. What can I even compare it to so that you guys can really understand exactly how it sits? But it was almost like turtleneck, and then he wore like this oversized jacket on top of it, almost like something similar to what Daniel Kaluuya wore for the gala, the Met Gala. Do you remember what he wore for the Met Gala?
No.
Is it like them overcoats,
Guys.
like people wearing power?
It
Like,
looked,
like what? And it's them long, big ones, and they're strong. Like,
yeah, like it's like broad shoulders. Like it was too big. Like it just didn't sit well. It just didn't look right. And I can tell that it wasn't entirely him. And when you see the clips of him in the front seat of the show, you can see that he's not comfortable. Do you get it? You can see the uncomfortableness.
He's
you
probably
can
not
tell.
though. Like,
Do you get it? And that's him overdoing it.
no, it's not. It's not him overdoing it.
Okay, alright.
It's not.
Okay,
Why,
explain it to me.
Ricardo,
Break
why?
it
It's
down
not
to me.
because let's be real, okay. He gets invited to the Burberry show, feels all special,
Yeah.
then feels more special because Burberry sent him clothes to wear, sent him a car to pick him up and stuff.
Yeah.
What, you think he's gonna turn around and not wear it?
Yeah. Some people actually don't. Skepta didn't even wear. He wore all men's clothing and just wore one Burberry.
Of course he
piece.
does. That's a.
Do you
that's
get
a
what I'm
reason.
saying?
There's some marketing there, but what is Saki wears?
But then look, it was
like,
on
what's in
brand.
marketing?
It's not even about marketing football or anything like that. It's just showing your personality off
No, but
the
like-
field and showing who you really, really are.
What if he
That
has no?
fit-
What if he has no fashion sense?
yeah, and he's because you have
Like-
to remember some people in their craft are so in their craft, then they're not even thinking of going to these big events,
Yeah.
but they have to part of the job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So hence why they actually appreciate the assistance on styling. Because if it's up to me, I would wear my football
Yeah.
kit.
Or
Because
if
that's what I
Burberry
wear.
just
Do
send the
you
clothes,
know,
that's
just
what
for
I'm saying.
example, do you know what I
But
mean?
you
Yeah.
can still add 1-2 of your
Flair
own,
to it.
whatever your fashion
But he
sense
might not
is.
have any. He might not.
Nah, you gotta have for you to even be interested in going to a Burberry show. You gotta have some sort of interest in it.
No,
in
do you know
fashion
what?
and
I
style.
don't think you have to have an interest in fashion to go to fashion shows anymore.
Okay.
Fully, I don't think so
Yeah.
anymore.
It's
Because
more
with
for
the
phase.
people,
Break it, I like
with
this.
the people they invite,
Yeah.
right, the stars, the celebrities I'm talking here. With some of those people, they will just invite whoever
It's popping.
is
right
popping
now.
off.
Mhm.
And for instance, okay, tell me why Louis Theroux is at the main show. Why are you front row? With all due respect, love your documentaries,
He's
but
a
come
sick
on.
though. And he's got a decent sense of fashion. And he probably, because he's someone that's very inquisitive. No, he's got his own sense of fashion. You can see his style.
Dad jeans and a t-shirt.
You can see his style though. And
Of
on top
what?
of
Yeah,
that,
but
and on top
enough
of that,
enough to be at Burberry.
and
Come
on top of that, he's someone that's inquisitive and is open to seeing something like that. He's gonna want to find out about the world of fashion, so he has to be knee deep in it.
Well, he's
by
not going to do any
going the
documentaries
shows.
about it, I don't think.
But you never know. He might speak about it on a podcast one day and
Oh,
be like, "Yeah, this is
but
what
I'm
I-"
sure
But
his
front
take
row
is going to be
seats.
really worth
But
it.
if
It's
you
not.
don't, but
like,
if you don't even have an inch, if you don't even have an inkling of any interest into fashion, you're not gonna go to the show,
you
even
would,
if they
because
invite you.
you couldn't.
You would. if
The
it's good
mains is like the mains
publicity.
was like
If it's
locked
good
off.
pub-
Burberry,
publicity.
it's like you can't. No one. Not everyone can just pull up.
So if you got
So
invited, would you really turn it down?
It's exclusivity. People love it. They love to feel like
And then
they're
they're
above. They love to feel they're above. So like pulling up to the show when you've been invited and stuff, and there's like all the people outside and stuff, and it's like I'm invited to the show. Do you get what I mean? Like you would just go because it's one of those once in a lifetime. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Fairs. Yeah, fair enough. Like, okay, cool.
Even like a sports game. I'm
That's-
not into sports. But
let's
if
say-
if some big game and I got invited to, I'd
Or
turn
like
up.
the box.
I'd be
If
so
I'm
wrong.
invited to that like little box bit, I have no idea who they are, but
I'll be
Cool.
there. Do you
Let's
get it?
go
I'll
for the vibe.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
Do
you know,
get
it's
it?
what it makes a good story. It's for the plot line, as we were saying. Do it for the plot.
It's for the plot.
For the plot. For the
I
plot.
was gonna explain it last week. So last week we was basically speaking about going from wherever you are, and then you're trying to make it to the top,
Okay.
essentially.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, certain things happen along the way.
Like bumps in the road.
Yeah, that may make you feel like, oh, like, am I gonna make it to? I'm gonna make it to. But then you just realize, nah,
Let me do it for the plot.
it's for the plot.
Or even like, oh, should I do
Wait.
that? Like, am I being daring? And then it's like, no, let me take that decision. Let me do it for the
Exactly.
plot. So I'm not gonna lie, if
The plot meaning the story of our life.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. There's
I do a lot of
definitely-
things for the plot.
The most
Yeah.
interesting characters,
Yeah,
in the world have
So
had
fun.
craziest things happen to
plot
them along
lines,
the
twists
way.
and turns.
Yeah.
And they've gone to shows and they're like, have no idea what they're on about.
Yeah, no. I
Do it
can't
for the
lie.
plot.
Exactly.
Most of my life is for the plot, to be honest.
Exactly.
I'll be real. Yeah.
But regardless of that, I'm just saying that you gotta have your own style and put your sense of identity within your clothing, even if you're getting styled. Do you get it?
Yeah.
You gotta
But
have
not
some sort of
everyone has
influence.
style.
For example, our challenge recently,
Yes. Which one?
the one that we had for the Guap Gala, that Queen.
Yeah.
Can we share this? Can we share this? Wait, can we share this? Can we share this?
Can we tell y'all what's going on?
Can we share this?
Tommy, say some words.
Please,
Jesus.
please.
Why is this man
You
just
know,
stood there silent?
He's
Like,
looking at us.
I was thinking, don't reveal that.
Yeah, I was
Bring on.
about to. That's when I stopped myself. I was like, wait.
Yeah, but yeah, you can talk about it loosely.
So
Loose lips.
obviously the person that we all styled, the lovely Leanne, obviously, obviously she gave us a certain parameter that we should work within.
yeah.
So she's obviously shown us a certain sense of what she
Guideline.
wants, the kind of guideline and identity she wants out of her outfit, and that's her input on it. And even when we presented the ideas as well, she still had a little critiques, had a little place we need to improve on, and still imprinting her style once again to make sure, even though you've got your vision,
Yeah.
it still has to align with mine as
True.
well. Do you
But
get
she
it?
has style. What I'm saying is
Yeah.
there is people who don't have style. There's people who don't know how to dress, but there's also people who can't be bothered.
Yeah.
So like, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the time, that is footballers.
Mm.
Not all of them, because that money does
A lot of
sometimes
sport-
actually work.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, they're like, look, you know, I'm earning like 200, 300, like 700,000 pounds like every couple of weeks. And I just wear this little sports kit. Like,
Yeah,
are they complaining?
fizz.
No, they just buy another car and cry later. Like,
It's crazy.
they don't need style and they get invited to all the shows. Why?
Yeah.
Because they run on, you know, they run on
Okay.
some grass for a couple hours.
So
I'm telling you.
it's a lot more than that, guys. There's a lot more than that.
On
Give
Let's
it a
not
little
do
shout.
that. Let's
Give
not
it
do
a shout.
that.
700k.
You know, every episode I seem to like nearly come for like somebody else. Like last episode, it was the Skepta Crusaders. This time, it's just everyone who watches football. So
Same.
I'm coming for you all.
But everyone keeps saying that, yeah. But there's so much more to it. Like, it's like saying a stylist only just puts clothes on people. Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, they buy them, they
but
find them, and they
source
do.
them, they create the idea.
Oh, so there's so much that goes
Yeah,
Not
behind
really.
the scene.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
then. All right, then, mate. All right.
Footballers now.
Footballs, they literally just
The
run for
same
like 3
thing.
hours.
Can you run for 3 hours?
Yeah. But I'm not. If I'm getting paid 700k, I'll run for 6. I'll run for 9.
Exactly.
I will run
And it takes
all
hard
day,
work to
all
run
night,
for
baby.
those 6 hours, bro. It takes hard work. Do you get me?
Whoa.
It's hard, bro.
Not
So
that
easy.
hard to be
You know
getting
why
paid that much.
Because Tammy is the football.
I mean,
It's like,
listen,
brother.
you know when you say, oh, you just run around? You don't just run around,
You
yeah?
do.
Mm-hmm.
And even to do that running around, to even get to that level of fitness is even hard. You can't, like,
No,
it's so hard, like.
not if you're earning that much bank.
If you don't even do fitness here for 1 week, yeah, it's
Yeah,
going to
you
be
lose a
so
lot
hard
of
for you to
stamina.
even catch up. You have to do at least 3 weeks of fitness to catch up with 1 week missed. That's actually hard. And you need to schedule yourself. You need to be on time.
Well, no, they're gonna have somebody to schedule themselves. They're going to have somebody to wake them up to go to the gym. They'll have a personal trainer. Amazing. Imagine having all the other people move you around.
Amazing.
Easy.
You have those things, but you still have to turn up to them
Yeah,
and
you still have to have
actually put the
consistency.
work in and be disciplined
Yeah.
enough to actually
I would
continue
be
with it.
for over 500,000. I would be.
It's not that easy to get to that 500,000. You don't just wake up, be a footballer and be like, I'm going to get 500,000 now.
Just watch this space next week. Premier League.
Listen, I hope
World
so.
Cup.
I hope so.
The Euros.
I hope so. But regardless of that, I wanted to even ask a question to everybody, yeah.
Go on.
So, obviously, we all got style. We all think that we dress good. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this, right?
I didn't even
Although-
hear that.
Guys, I can't lie. I did. You know how we're on TikTok?
Yeah.
There was like a TikTok comment and everyone was like, they're just chatting. They're just chatting. All
Wait.
chat. All chat.
Who?
Wait, what are you talking about?
I have no idea. It was like this TikTok comment. I
Wait,
found it on one of our
who's-
videos.
Who's all chat and what? What's
All
going
of
on?
us.
What's
We're
going
all
on?
chat.
All
I
chat
thought
about
we're all
what?
chat and no,
All
like
chat-
no substance.
About
Wait,
what?
hold on, wait.
When it comes to clothes and
What?
stuff, and I thought, oh.
Okay, go on.
But I just liked the comment. I thought, I'm just going to be spiteful. It's like.
Interesting.
But
what
yeah,
chat?
Skepta. Mains.
that was it.
What was that?
We were all chattical and they know.
Oh, what was that? Your podcast with you guys?
But I'm trying to understand.
Was that in
Like,
that?
but what I'm trying to say
No,
is
that
sadly
podcast?
not.
all
We
chat,
missed
but
you
in
on that
terms
one.
of what though? I don't understand.
Wasn't in there. It was last week with Crystal.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that what they commented on?
Yeah.
About, the Skepta,
We were all chat.
Mains show.
Yeah.
And Dami made the comment that actually Ricardo asked the question, is it a hit or miss? And then Dami said it's a miss because the clothes didn't correlate with the theme.
Okay.
Which is true.
Yeah.
So that comment was foolish. But I just found it so funny. I was like, actually, can we have more of these? Because these are
We
great.
haven't had any
I didn't
haters.
I
This
didn't
is our
even
first
see
hater.
it. But you know, what, you
This
must be doing
shout
something
out.
right.
Yeah, you must be doing
Shout
something.
out
Shout
to you because I must be
That's
doing something
amazing.
right for you to
Comment
hate
more,
that.
please.
Please.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't see
But
that.
isn't it
That was so
fun?
random you said that as well. But anyway, the question I was gonna ask is, what was your inspiration to give you your sense of style that you take on today?
I don't know.
Or like, how do you say that you worked on your style year to get you to the place that you are now? Because I can start if you guys obviously can't think of it at the moment.
I think mine's quite short.
Go
so
on.
I always looked at Dior and stuff. That's what my mum like raised me on, was always looking at Dior.
Right.
So I always had this sense of like timeless pieces, like timeless tailoring, timeless colour. Like, don't need to be bold and bright. It's just really nice pieces that you can wear for years.
Yeah,
Anyway, then started looking at certain shops, and then but like I hated the whole JD Sports, live life, love. Everyone wore JD Sports. Everyone wore like, I don't even know. Like, I just hated all of that male. Well, in my mind when I was young, it was just like male clothing. I was like, ugh, like awful.
And you gotta literally break that down
So-
because
it's
like,
just like,
I'm just trying to
oh,
understand
like,
what you mean by that.
you know,
bro.
like we run on AstroTurfs and like,
Oh my god.
you know.
Are we going yeah, for the bloke call today? Is that what we're doing? That's what I'm realizing. Let's go in today, yeah. We're going
Like,
against the
that's-
bloke call.
So just like, and like the JD Sports, like, you know, those like sling bags that like people used to have as
Yeah,
like their
the-
school bags. Like
Yeah, yeah.
any
I used to hate-
child with any kind of clothing associated to that, no, I banned it. I never wanted to see it. I was like, let me not wear that. You're not gonna catch me with a JD Sports sling bag with like an apple and a water bottle in
I
it.
know.
That was a trend though
Not
back
There
in
was
the
happening.
day
nothing
though.
in
Like,
the bag and it would be swinging, making
nah,
noise.
listen, you guys weren't
Like,
in the moment.
what?
Bad.
Awful. So I was
I used to
looking at
prefer
like,
the little Just Do It rather than that.
Oh,
that
You
my
guys
God,
weren't in the
honestly.
moment, man.
So I was always shopping in Zara, and Zara was always copying the higher ups. So I always
Yeah.
went Zara, and I went Cars and Arquette and all of these, and I always just looked for these bits. And now, like, I just think I have no actually bloody idea what my style is right now. Like,
I hear it.
Me and my friends, we were having a little charcuterie board and wine, and
They
discussing.
introduced me to what charcuterie is. I can't even pronounce it right, but it's like,
Charcuterie.
what's it called?
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
you
Oh
said
yeah,
it.
okay, cool. Yeah, so it's like a board of like different cheeses.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm not a cheese person, so I wouldn't be familiar with this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's interesting.
But you can be familiar with it. You can get
I don't,
used to,
listen, I
like,
don't mind. I don't
a
mind.
Christmas special. We can have a charcuterie board.
Oh my gosh.
Why not?
Incredible
Who's making it?
idea.
Yeah, who's making it?
Save that.
Can we have grapes on there as well, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need a
Grapes and
variety.
cheese.
Wait, crackers. Just
Crackers,
and
cheese,
chocolate.
wine, grapes.
Grapes.
Saved idea.
Wait,
Christmas
have you ever
special.
tried-
Come
This
on.
is so off
It'll
topic
be,
here.
it'll be like a come chill with us Christmas
Oh my
time.
gosh, yeah.
Have you ever tried crackers, cheese, and ham.
Yeah, that's
don't eat
nice.
meat.
I've never had that before.
It's really nice. It's a usual like if you with a charcuterie.
Right.
I
Oh,
didn't even know it was a thing
what
like that.
topic, guys? I think I've been flying us off topic so
Okay,
much.
so you said what was our what influenced our upbringing on fashion? I mean,
But
Like your
also,
style today.
what brands would, if you were like, this is my style, these are the brands, what would they be?
now or before?
Like now, because this is what my friends were saying, and it was they would say to me, they'd be like, actually, we think you're Arcat and Cos kind of vibe, and I was like, okay, I feel that. So like,
That's hard.
what brands would you, if you were like, this is my style, these are the like clothing brands that match it, boom.
Okay, cool. I'd say someone like a Carhartt, because I've got
Mhm,
Carhartt. I'd also say there's no specific shop that do this, but like just vintage shop, just the
Yeah,
whole
that's
vintage
what I
look.
was gonna say. Something.
Them lot there, market look, whatever you want to call
Brick
that shit.
Lane.
Thank you, Brick Lane.
I love Brick
What? And then
I'm bankrupt.
Bankrupt.
Yeah, store on Brick Lane, very you. It's very you.
I don't even know that brand. I've never heard
What?
of it in my
You
life.
should
before.
go. It's like a little store in like Brick Lane.
Whereabouts in Brick Lane? Is it?
Before the bagel shop. It's on that road though.
Bagel shop. I don't know the bagel
Brick
shop.
Lane Bagels.
Never been there. I've never been there, so long.
Well,
So
how
is it-
far
do you know
up
what, isn't
Brick
it-
Lane did you go?
Is it okay? Cool. So my entrance to Brick Lane is from Box Park, Shoreditch.
Oh.
You go down and then
Yeah.
you turn right, and then
No,
as you
turn
walk in,
left.
turn left,
That's why. If you turn left, you'll get to all of that. You'll get to the bagels and bankrupt.
turn left.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Because
Ah,
if you
cool,
turn
cool,
right,
cool.
you go down to like you go to like the
Then you go to like where the market is.
Yeah.
And all the
Turn
different
left.
food places. Okay, cool. Left. Yeah, I got you.
what
I've got one more.
He's not
I've got one more.
Just to on that point, you said Carhartt, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously that's like brands that you associate with,
Yeah.
with your style. But like,
Yeah.
when you're younger, could you afford a Carhartt?
It's not. Probably not.
Mm.
But still, I wouldn't even say it's that.
No,
'cause
but that
my-
was for now.
because the brands that I went
Yeah.
to when I was younger were like the ones I had access to, like even though you said something about JD, but it was a JD or Hollister or
you could afford Hollister.
Yeah.
yeah.
Guys, oh my god, that was like the pinnacle.
You know, I
Of,
used
like,
to. Do you know what I used to do?
So expensive.
This is, you know, I'm a hustler.
Ah.
You know what I done? I used to sell sweets. I used to sell all
Oh
different
my
things,
God.
confectioneries, just to be able to afford this different stuff, because I knew that's the only way I could get access to it.
Mm.
And I'd go to literally a JD to get black Air Forces. Black Air Forces was literally £50 at the time.
No.
Do you get what I'm
Guys, they're
saying?
like
What a
100 now,
life,
aren't
I
they?
know.
That's what I'm
So
trying to
sad.
say. I'd get my Air Forces, I'd get my Vans. I remember Vans was a thing then.
I used to, do you know
I
how
had
many
the
pairs of Vans I had?
vulcanized
Oh my
Vans, I had the flat Vans, I had the Vans with like plimsolls. I was
yeah, I had,
like,
the
I had the
boxes of
different
Vans
styles.
in my house right now. Are,
What still?
yeah,
You still got them?
Some of them I've worn never.
mad.
How
So
many
mad.
how many pairs of Vans do you think you
You
have?
should bring them up.
I got
Yeah.
I got grey ones, I got black ones, I got the low ones, I got the ones with flames on them. I've got
Do you still wear those?
Jeez.
no.
Do you know what would be so sick here?
No.
The ones with the flames on it, yeah. If you was able to like find a way to almost match it with an old school or vintage.
This is what I wish I'd done from Blast from the Past. I
Wait.
should have recreated Vans. Do you know
Yeah,
how many
but
Vans I
yeah.
got?
yeah, but then you should
Crazy.
put it with what's it? That magazine, Flasher magazine. No, Thrasher magazine.
Oh yeah.
Flash.
I
Yeah,
said
no,
Flasher.
Thrasher, the t-shirt,
Oh,
yeah.
Flasher.
That was stuff that
But
I
yeah,
used to
Thrasher.
want to like when I was younger. I used to love the Thrasher hoodie, the t-shirt.
If you find a way to just put it together, yeah, it would be so cold.
no,
I
bro.
can't lie.
How have you both just glossed over the fact that you said
It's a
Flasher magazine?
it's a
Flasher mag-
Flasher, but yeah.
and then even did a little.
Do you know what it is? I was thinking of Flames and Thrasher at the same time, so I
Yeah.
just mixed them both together. I was like, oh
Flasher.
god.
Flasher.
It is what it is, guys. It happens.
Wow, it's one of those days.
But yeah, obviously I've said my brand's in it. How about you?
Do you know what? I find it hard to like.
You?
I find it hard.
Yeah,
to, it just won't stop vibrating.
Oh.
I
Hey,
find
pause,
it
pause.
hard,
No,
I find it hard to kind of pinpoint like free brands because I kind of find myself in between like high street stores and designer brands. I've
Mhm.
noticed now like I don't mind my base, and when I say my base, like my layer being high street, but then shoes and stuff like that, and accessories, bags, are usually on a luxury side. So I don't know. If I was to have 3 brands that are me now,
Yeah, like, just describe you.
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton from the get-go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I say that because like if you see me with any pieces, even slides, they're Louis Vuitton.
Are they?
Not these slides. These are my Crocs. I love me.
Yeah, crash right now.
No, these are my Crocs. Like these are my driving shoes. But I mean like slides. Like just in general, like my favorite designer brand.
Mhm.
I'm not, except for my earrings right now, but Louis Vuitton.
LV.
And then I would go to... The reason why I want to say this brand is not even because I have a lot of their pieces, but I dress like
Yeah,
them.
that's, yeah.
Like, actually, before I say it, Trapstar.
Go on.
And I say that because,
Yeah,
I
double
say...
go.
Aye, we're out in West London right now.
I say that because a lot of, like, I love the whole cargo camo pant, kind of like... I love wearing sweats, tracksuits, same color kind of pieces. I don't know. I love the whole streetwear vibe, just in general. Like you might see me with a big puffer and a nice clean tracksuit, and then I just got some. It's giving the West London vibe, basically, you know. And I got my designer trainers on, but that's just my like casual go-to. But when I want to be, when I was younger, I feel like that's what I say now. I feel like my style's very simplistic. Like I don't know. I wish it wasn't, but you know, like I feel like I've transitioned from being as colorful as this carpet. Like I used to literally,
Oh my.
yeah, like I used to be
That's-
very colorful, and because I was still also at a point of expressing myself. A lot of my fashion has come through security and insecurity, so it has transformed with me through that. So when I was insecure, I still had to express myself, but it was in a different way. So it was like I wasn't on a feminine side of fashion. I had like any tracksuit you thought of at that time. Trapstar, it could have been anything. Ralph Lauren, anything. I had it. Like
With the
literally.
big polo in the middle.
Yeah, like not even no. I was still very minimalistic. So the Ralph Lauren tracksuit I had would have the little tiny horse. But when you clocked what tracksuit it wasn't just any tracksuit. Do you know what I mean? So, but that was my way of like expressing myself, but still being covered up. Do you know what I mean?
What? Sorry to
No,
interrupt
go on.
just real quick. I just wanted to just interject real quick. Did you ever do that style, yeah? Because I remember I used to see this. Because obviously, if you guys didn't know, I'm not from London. I'm from Kent. So every time I'd visit my cousins, I'd see that they lace their shoes in a certain way. So they'd have half their shoe basically like unlaced, and then they'll tie it in the middle of it. And then you'd only see like the bows of the strings, yeah, and then have the trousers take up half of it, and they'd wear it with a tracksuit. You don't remember that?
I only remember boys in the hood wearing big, like, you know, the flared bottoms. And because obviously the flares would cover the shoe so much, the top of the shoe wouldn't be laced. It would be like the first 5 because that's where you'd see the bow.
Yeah.
If that's
do you
what
know
you're
what I'm
talking
saying?
about, but
Yeah.
not, I wouldn't. That was a boy's thing. It wasn't a girl's thing.
No, it's because you said that obviously the way that you obviously would style yourself, you'd have some like so how you'd wear like tracksuits and stuff like that. So obviously you was influenced by that kind of style.
No, so it was less because my tracksuits were still fit. They were not wide bottomed.
Okay,
Not then anyway.
Like, no, remember the truth, the wide bottom true
Yeah,
religions.
don't get me
and
wrong.
like,
Oh my
like,
gosh,
what?
like I didn't wear those things. Boys did. Like
not-
a lot of I'm just mean in my space and
cool,
time,
yeah,
girls weren't dressing like that. Like, and I felt like my sense wasn't like in the time I'm talking about the same tracksuit bottoms. Girls were wearing leggings, vests. That was their style. Like little do you remember them little like Vans, but they weren't real Vans with the little 2 laces at the front. I think they were like from Primark or something. They were awful. They were horrible. And I used to hate that style. I was not a leggings babe. Like I was not a string vest top kind of girl. Like no, it just was not. I needed a bit more layers, and that's why I said like I had a lot of American influence because I would go see my cousins and stuff, and then I started bringing in my Timbs and started getting in Timberlands and stuff. I had like the brown, the blacks. I had like every color of them, and you know, and started pairing it with like baggy stuff. So if I did get tracksuit bottoms, it might be the wide-legged ones. Do you know what I mean? Because of the Timbs at the time and stuff like that. And then I don't know if anyone knows about the shoes Salt and Peppers.
The what?
Salt and Peppers.
Isn't that?
They were like this high tops.
Oh.
They were like, oh my gosh, everyone wanted salt and peppers. And I remember when I got into my secondary school, my mum came to pick me up from my primary school with the salt and peppers. And it had the letter on top that I got into my secondary school. And she from then was starting off my collection. Like, I was crying for these shoes. I said, I want these. And then I got into the era of the whole, what's that thing, Paul's Boutique? Because I was trying to be a little bit more like a girl and get the whole Paul's Boutique in with the pink
jacket in it,
with the pink and the quilted jacket and
with
stuff
the
like
patches
that.
in it as well.
But again, when I was saying from insecurity, I feel like because I was just naturally like, my mind was, I wasn't a girly girl because I wasn't secure in myself. So I tried to find, I tried to shy away from all the Paul's Boutique and stuff, and then started going into more, I say market fashion, but I loved it so much when I was growing up. Like, I don't know if everyone remembers those Harrington jackets. They were like the RF ones, bombers, the big bomber jackets, the shiny green ones, and they got the orange inside. Then I started going into that with the cargo pants, bringing that in with Tim's, or just kind of having that more, what is that look? I would say that is like big fat puffer jacket,
militarian. That's how I call that, innit? I swear
it's like just R&B. It's like the real
it was just real. I don't know.
You're wearing boots with cargos and a bomber jacket.
Yeah,
bruh,
like big.
That's militarian.
Yeah,
bro.
like big puffy, like the big puffy jacket. Like when I say the jacket was bigger than me, like seriously, it was that kind of style. But then now, that's why I say now, I feel like I'm, you know, in my feminine bag a lot more than when I was younger. So yeah, now I find it hard to be so oversized. I might put on an oversized jumper. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, bro, I can't even see my shape. Nah, I gotta take this off. So it's crazy. Like it actually, genuinely, my fashion has moved with me and my security.
I thought,
you know, like,
I got a question. So do you feel like as somebody that's that's true to being a fashionista, that's a label we're gonna put on that?
It's funny you say that. Because my friends call me that. That's what's funny. My friends actually call me that.
That means you're true to the word in every sense. So do you feel like to become that, you have to be able to be malleable to your style?
Yeah.
You have to be able to, let's say you have a gala, you need to wear something for that gala, but you still have to be stylish with it with your own style. You
100%.
can do it. You have to just literally go meet up with your friends, but you're still stylish when you do
No,
that. You know what I'm saying?
it's really a problem, like to the point where sometimes, like, if I'm going out with my friends and I say to them, Queen, like, no, they say to me, Queen, it's a chilled one, like chilled.
Yeah.
That word already, you should see me for the next 3 hours. I'm stressing because what is chilled? I can't do chill. If I come chilled, I'm coming to, like, you see, when I hear chilled, you're telling me my home clothes, and that's. You know, and if for me the chilled that's going out chilled is too much for some people, you know, and then I come
I get
you
you.
dressed up. I'm like, oh no, this is what you said, chilled. No,
It's like in my head, it's like as soon as you step outside, like as soon as you step out of the door,
you have to be on your
I'm
A.
here to show up.
Yeah, 100%, and I get that from my mum. I'd be like, the original source of all of that kind of attitude and energy comes from my mum. Like I keep saying, she has literally been a nurse for 32 years. So think about how many days of those years she's worn a uniform. So when she does, you know what I mean? So when she does get a chance to step out, or the day she's stepping out for her own comfort, it's not on a small thing. It's like she's going somewhere, you know? And that's where I kind of got that from. Like, I obviously get the blessing of working in my own clothes and all of these things. So even when I show up to work, people think I'm the... You know, in my school, to the point where there was a day that was like... what do you call it when the school has inset day and all of those? Not inset day. What do you call it when the people? I'm asking you lot, like your teachers. There's no, you know what I mean? What's the day when people come judge the school?
Oh, Ofsted.
Ofsted.
We ain't need to be teachers, you know. Like, we all went to school.
Yeah, but the fact that I don't remember it is bad. Cool, there was Ofsted day, and I must have turned up just being the main character like I am. And these people literally came to me like, oh, so yeah, we just wanted to start discussing how we was going to do the school. And I remember I was standing there, I was like, they're like, you're the head teacher, right? I said, no. Like, no. Man's like, oh, you look like you're the head teacher. Like, big man thing, like, in my school, I'm the main character. I'll be real. When I come into work, everyone's like, oh, can you wait? I genuinely take the opportunity to use my workplace as a runway.
Yeah.
Why not?
As you should, innit?
Do you know what I mean? Like,
do it for the plot.
I do it.
Come on.
Guys, follow me on TikTok. You'll see all the outfits.
Exactly.
Really? You post up the outfits on TikTok?
Yeah, I say my work outfits. There's a post that's there.
Wow.
Like,
I'm just always on the little reels. I love it. I got a little staircase in the new place now.
No.
So you see me run down
Yeah, I
the
like your
stairs.
little stairs. Yeah.
And
I
I'm just
that.
like, do you know what? I'm going to rewear that. Give it a couple of weeks. Reuse and recycle.
If it's in your wardrobe, do whatever you want to do. Like,
I think that's something I want to get into, the reusing and recycling.
yeah, like.
I repeat outfits all the time.
Because you know what? I feel like people that judge people that repeat outfits, I thought it's very like a superficial thing.
Yeah, 100.
It's very like, it's your own clothes.
Mm.
And at the end of the day, yeah, no one's actually got an unlimited wardrobe.
Yeah.
You're going to, at some point, go through the
Reuse.
cycle again. But then you try to find new ways to put these different pieces together.
Yeah.
And then
try
you
try to
like-
be
Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
And you get new pieces, and then you combine them with the older
Yeah.
pieces, and
Exactly.
lo and behold, you know, you've had these pieces for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, I'm pretty sure
I've had these for a while. Can't
this
I've had
jacket
this for a
and
while.
this,
Yeah.
these
I've had
two,
this for a while.
as a set, I got when me and my mum went on holiday to Spain, went shopping, as we always do, went to the Pull and Bear. It was like so cheap because it was on sale. But I've had this for like 5 years,
Yeah.
and it's still does me
Good service.
great.
Yeah.
And it's like Pull and Bear, so it's one of those where I'm like, that's alright, kind of fast fashion vibes, because like I've had it for longer than like probably fast fashion.
Pull and Bear is like one of the most low key brands, yeah. That
I've
a lot
still
of
not
people,
bought anything from
some
them
people
before.
overlook, because if you actually know about Pull and Bear like that, they actually specialize in jeans and stuff like that.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what they did.
really good quality
Yeah,
stuff. Like
it's
these
real good quality
don't.
jeans, but people might put in that fast fashion category, but it's not. Do you get what I'm saying?
Still quality, yeah.
So yeah,
actually not
it's
bought
good, man.
anything
I
from
do rate it. I do rate it.
Pull
You
and
can tell by the
and-
quality of the stitching, bro. You can
Yeah,
It's
I
good,
like
guys. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I do love it still to this day. But I don't know. Do you know, when I was younger, I went through this phase where like I just wore all black.
Yeah.
Like, I
Same.
just
I used
wore
to
all
wear
black
all the time.
all the time, and then I moved to like a bit of color blocking, like black and white and black, black and
Yeah, same.
it was always like white, black, and then pops of color.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the defining moment, where you really realize, okay, I can dress, or I found my style?
When I moved to London.
Okay.
When I was in college.
Talk us through that, like, break it down, like. So you first came to London, you saw how everyone else was dressing, you thought, okay, let me take some bits here.
No.
Let me take some bits there.
No.
Or you're like, I'm just better than everyone else, like.
No.
Put my
no.
stuff together.
Yeah, like.
Though it was one of those where I was like, oh, I can finally just completely be free of how I want to dress.
Right, okay, cool.
Rather than like, oh, I'm inspired by this. It was really nice to finally see lots of people in lots of different clothing of lots of different ages.
Yeah.
But it was also, so like, doing that. So I moved to London when I was 18. So like, at that point, then I was also like, oh, well, I can wear whatever I want then, if everyone else is. It wasn't like I took I more, I suppose, just took the like kind of ethos or like the culture of like you can wear literally whatever you want regardless.
Being able to express yourself.
Yeah, and was like, let me just do it then. So, but like, it's weird to wear clothes. So obviously, like, I was living in Devon when I bought these.
Tell people what Devon are like, especially in terms of the clothing. Is it very samey, or is it very like
Crocs and leggings.
older generation fashion? A lot of people just comfortable, or
It's Crocs
people
and
put
leggings.
comfortability over style. Would you say?
To diss the Devon.
It is comfortability over style.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's one of those where a lot of people just don't want to dress, if that makes sense. They don't want to do that. It's not what they're into. They don't want to stand out. They don't want to. It's not the need. Some people like gain and like want to be interested in fashion and style, and they look to TikTok and they look to other cities and stuff, and they replicate, or they look to like the skater fits and all of that and stuff, and that's kind of that way into a different kind of looking. But everyone normally wears the same stuff. Like in Devon, it's like really heavy on fast fashion, like really heavy. There's charity shops, but they're, you know, Devon's got an aging population, so all the stuff is really old, and not like old as in like, oh, that's really cool. Like that's a bit, I'm talking like, it's like, you know, you wrap your grandma in that kind of coat because it's going to be cold and it's beige. It's like 5 meters long. No one's wearing that. Like, so everyone just shops fast fashion, so it's very samey. There's not much like creativity in how people dress, and also it's quite a restrictive like place. and it's got very restrictive views. So like dressing to be out there is like,
looked down
You're
upon.
doing too much.
you've probably already got enough problems. Like, do you
Yeah.
really need to like add any more to your plate?
Wow.
So
That's
Yeah,
what I
I
always
just-
find weird about those places. A lot of the times when you see people like dressing the same, when you do actually show your character, people don't actually
They're not
know how to
accepting
handle
it,
it.
yeah, no.
So that's why straight away the first reaction, rejection. Let me just reject it.
People dress to hide,
Yeah.
I think, and people dress to hide, especially like in Devon, and that was it. Like, it was up and down. Like, I would go through stages where I dress to hide, or I'd maybe be like, well, let me be a little bit more, you know,
Yeah.
into it, but still hide, still this, still that. Whereas now I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, like
Like, in the end,
I just don't care.
I just don't care. I like whatever clothes I like. I like whatever clothes I don't like. And like right now, a lot more all black outfits, a lot
Yeah.
more like oversized outfits. But like a couple months ago, there was like barely any clothes attached to me for a while, and that was the style then. And it's like I don't know if I ever want to define myself to a style anymore. I just wear what the fuck I want to wear.
I was even gonna say that. Even you just saying that makes me think my style now is where all the styles that I tried out when I was younger, I now put into seasons because I felt like all of them were a part of me. So when I would go from, because listen, I was just sitting here thinking about how I used to be a skater girl at one point. Like I used to actually ride a skateboard, so I used to dress. I know, crazy. And so I used to dress like it. Do you know what I mean? But there's times now, or like for example, there's times where I just feel like throwing on my Vans. And even when I walk in them, I feel so weird. I'm like, it takes me back. Like I'm like, wow, the steps I've made in these shoes. You know, like, and I'm trying not to think of it like, especially now as I'm getting older. I'm trying not like I'll see my Vans and no, they're not in fashion right now, but I want to put them on for some reason, and I'll just put them on for some and style them. And the other day I was outside, and I was with my best friend. She's like, "Oh my god, I haven't seen these shoes in ages." I said, "I know, right? I went to go dig them back up." Like,
but you know what it is? Even though she said that,
yeah,
you've made it look good. So
Yeah.
it didn't. So it wasn't
Wasn't
a
a
thing where she
problem.
said it like, oh, like I haven't seen that in a while and whatever.
it was a good
You
thing.
made it-
Yeah, so
like
it was
she
me
said it in a
even
good
knowing
way.
to myself, like
Yeah, yeah.
repurposing. I said, you know what? And it was my all black Vans. They were just cold. They just looked
I see what I'm
crazy,
saying.
like, you know. And I hadn't worn them in a long. When I say a long time, probably like 6-7 years. Like, you know, and they're fresh out of the box. I just put them on, and it was nice. It's something that I feel like with age, my style's becoming more like, it's not one thing. You
Yeah.
know, on a day, if I feel like bringing it back to a style I used to wear, I'll do it. And then tomorrow I'll go back to being how I was, you know, like whatever. So yeah, I feel like there's days I have days and flows. There's days I don't want to not be in anything but a tracksuit. And then there's days where I'm like, oh, I can't look at anything with trousers. I need a skirt. I need a dress. I need something. So it's just weird. It's like I'm trying to even accept my own changes.
Yeah,
You
I don't
know?
want to just lock myself in because I
Yeah.
know I've not been happy just staying grounded in that one. I just
Style.
I just want to like move with the time,
Yeah.
and like not the time of like whatever's going on, just move with my time,
Yeah.
like flow with myself.
Do you know what I like about obviously you saying about how your style's evolved, especially how you've like moved to a different city? This is why I feel like in life you need to explore different places to get different types of inspiration. At certain times, it may feel like you've outgrown your area because you keep seeing the same thing over and over again. And when you go to these different places, you naturally evolve. I even use an example of Kai Sinnott. Everyone knows who he is.
Who?
KSI.
Kai Sinnott. I don't know how to say his surname.
I
But-
also don't.
But
know
his
this.
name's Kai. He's a streamer, one of the biggest
Right.
streamers in the world.
Okay.
And recently he went to Japan.
Oh,
And his
dream
style
place to go.
prior to him going to Japan, and then the difference between his style from when before he went to Japan and after he went to Japan, is just gone levels. Like
wow.
this guy, his style is way like I'm thinking his style is way different since he came back from Japan, and I would liken it to something similar that happened to you. Even though you've always been a fashionista, you've always been stylish, and this has been something that you do love, but you needed to see a
need to get
different
out.
perspective and know that other people actually really just being them so the different ways you can express how you feel. You didn't know you could express it in this way because of where you came from, but now that you've seen someone else do it from this place, you know, okay, cool, I've taken it from here, I can do it like that as well, and I'll put my own spin on it as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
I feel like, no, I agree with you, and I say that because with me, I felt like back when I was in uni, my style was on this like I couldn't care less what people had. And then now, I don't know, maybe again it's with myself, but a lot of, we was talking before about the sharing wardrobes and my friends and stuff, and not to say they're not into fashion, but their fashion is not the fashion I'm like, oh my God, I need that piece, or that kind of thing. And sometimes I do feel like I've kind of blended. And I say that where I'm now wearing, I don't want to say, no offense, regular pieces. I don't want to say it like that, but do you know what I mean? Whereas I used to be that person where like I would wear outlandish pieces, you know, like, and not pieces individually, like the outfit would be outlandish. But now I feel like I've kind of gone into that shell of what's around me, like you were saying, that comfortability that everyone is kind of general right now. And that's not, I hate using these words. It's not a bad thing, but you know what I mean? Like the same kind of samey high street instead of doing the creativity that I know I have. You know, so I try to force myself on certain.
I was gonna say it's that whole thing of just pushing yourself.
Yeah, like on a day, that's why I like I'll start off with a very clean base layer, and I'll be like, Queen, this needs something. You know, like jazz it up, do something to it, like. And I'm trying to just like this carpet. I love this carpet. It's like it's white, but it's not white.
You're about to take inspo from the carpet.
I am. Next week I might be as colourful.
Oh. Challenge.
It reminds you of Arif's brand. Arifadis. That's the name of the brand, isn't it?
So this carpet.
Yeah. So basically,
the brand of the carpet.
No. So the name of the carpet, but it reminds you of a brand called Arif.
Oh.
And
I thought you knew this carpet. Then I was like, wow.
No. I wish I did though. I need to know who actually made this. It looks cold. Yeah. If you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see it. Don't listen. Production will help us with that. Anyways.
If you see it,
we love production.
But if you're just hearing it. It's a carpet that looks like it's been stained by many different like wines and stuff. Yeah.
Is it this how you know you both drink a lot of wine? That is so funny. But yeah, I don't.
Quick question.
Go on.
Queen, you made a really interesting point. At one point, you said you were expressing yourself, you were covering up.
How does one do that?
What did you mean by that?
When I say I was expressing myself, but I was covering up, it was like, I was never that, you know, like when you see, I used to watch a lot, oh my gosh, who remembers that Gok Wan?
Oh my God, Gok on This Morning and stuff.
I used to watch his show where he used to style people when I was younger, like it was just
I do remember that show.
Wardrobe or something like that. It was just, he just used to get this frumpy person and change them up, innit? Like, and I remember seeing them from the beginning of the frump, and thinking like, as much as I am insecure with myself, I'm not just wearing this big black old t-shirt. Like they used to wear like big old t-shirt and leggings and they think they're hiding. I see you more. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that was something I was very conscious of. I felt like if I still put effort and like, cause I just was a naturally like very creative person in general. I loved style. I just didn't think that style would fit me. So I used to take pieces that I liked and make it fit me. So for example, but the ones that were obviously still covering me up, you know, like, so I was in love with bomber jackets, and then I'd always have like a very nice clean base layer. It might be like black bottoms and a black jumper, and then I'd have like a sick pair of trainers and a bomber jacket. And that was my way of still, because I love shoes and I love outerwear. I'll be real, like if I was to ever start a brand, I'd probably like start it with outerwear. I love jackets. I have too many jackets, you know, like a jacket can do a lot for an outfit. And that was why I loved winter, because that was when my jackets were acceptable. You know, like summertime was not my favorite when I was insecure, because it felt like I had to show more and wear less, which was just not in correlation with how I was feeling at that time. So that's why I say now it's like summertime, I might be this like this whole summer, guys, I have worn pink unintentionally. And I've just been going through summer pictures, and every single post or something that it's been pink. Really? And I think this is the most girly era of my life. Yeah, to the point where even on my birthday, one of my friends was like to me, "Bruh, Queen, do you know what? I love that you done pink 3 years in a row." I said, "Wait, what?" I had to sit there to think. I've actually worn pink on my birthday 3 years in a row, unintentionally.
That's mad.
Unintentionally. So it shows me, even in myself, like people wouldn't know how much of a big thing that is for me.
Yeah.
Because when I was like pink, all them light colors, get away. No way. You know, I was on black, dark blues, navies. So the fact that I'm even like I'm wearing pink unintentionally. I was in a pink bikini in Dubai. I was in, you know, it was just, it's crazy. Like, it's showing me that I'm also getting into my feminine bag, and that security in myself is allowing me to taste other fashion senses, you know? So, yeah. So I hope that answered your question.
And then the next question which I had was, everyone's kind of spoken a little bit about the backstory of Malcolm Dami.
Because no one's asked me, you know.
We've
So
asked
I've
you,
been asking
bro.
everybody, you know, me, you know. But anyway,
You're taking the piss.
so I don't know where to even start, but I'll say I've always had an interest in how I looked and how I've been able to like portray myself and trying to find different ways to express it, because I didn't obviously originally come from the UK. Obviously I lived in Nigeria for 3-4 years and then I moved when I was young, so trying to find a way to fit in was something I was trying to do. And then obviously when I first got into the country I was trying to do that, but then I realised this is not really me and I don't feel like I'm being able to express it. And obviously I was decent with my words at the time, but I wasn't the best. And then I thought, okay, cool, what other way can I express it? I expressed it through being able to play football, and then outside of that, through my clothing, because that's what represents you before you even say a word. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna actually make a conscious effort to try to find a way to make it look stylish and still let people know who I really am. So I was like, cool, saying nothing. I started off by how I even present myself on the football field. Everyone knows about Ronaldo. You gotta have the tape around your wrist right here, and obviously you have to have your socks down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Some people had their socks all the way up, and I'll just be conscious of those different types of things. So with Bloke Hall coming back, Bloke Hall was basically the start of everything. Everyone's talking about it now, but listen, man's been doing that. Bloke Hall, so it's like you could wear like football items or items that you traditionally see like in the football scene or like or in the pub scene. Do you get what I'm saying? So for example, like a football top with like jeans or something, or like denim jeans, or you wear Stone Island, show the badging, you know what I'm saying? That's actually
not show the badge.
Listen, if you know about Football Factory and hooliganism, everything, that's where it all stems from.
Hooliganism, it's strong on.
Yeah, that's where it all stems from. So I'll be wearing like jeans and I'll have my AstroTurfs on.
Wow, crazy.
You saying that now, but back then I was saying that was the style back then. So that's where it all started off from. But I'll say, to make a long story shorter, and fast forward, I'll say the real changing point was in year 7 when I went into school with that Bloke Hall outfit, and one of my friends here said to me, "You usually dress well, but today it just went it." And I was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean it went it?" Do you not know I thought about it 2-3 days prior, and I wore this, and you tell me what? I said, "Ah, cool, fairs. Wherever it is, I'm never not dressing well after this day again." And then since then, I'll say evolved my thinking, my influences. So what I started to do from that day on was start to research about the things I do wear, and it's something I still do now. So I research about it, and the first time I made a little change was when I started exploring more colours, and then exploring different ways that I could make the outfit sit on my body. So the way I started off was by wearing certain clothes into school and seeing people's reactions. So I'll wear a cheeky Hollister hoodie on top of my school blazer and see how it looks and see what the reaction is. Then boom, some people react, say, "Okay, cool, this works out, cool, next one. What am I going to try next?" So I tried with my school shoes, wore kickers. Got this, cool. But then I changed it from kickers and then I wore brogues. But the brogues I wore were different. They were like a bit more chunky, the sole was a bit more chunky, and the way that it sat on the brogues, the trousers that I wore, that's when I started to see, okay, cool, this works, this don't work. And I was just exploring new ways of how I can get different looks with trying different styles and just being out there more, taking risks, making mistakes and refining. And then got to sixth form, and sixth form is when I really got into my streetwear bag. I was wearing a lot of those, I'd say, bomber jackets, Tims, because we grew up in around the same era, so we had similar influences. So I was wearing those types of things, and then the first time I got my Prada America cups, first time I got it. Do you know what that felt like?
Yeah, I felt like a winner.
I swear down, that was like lifting a trophy for me. I swear down, like I was just too excited. and it was just literally like the shoe of the era. But a lot of people had it, but they weren't wearing it in a similar way to me, and that's what I
Because
tried to
Roadman tried
do.
to start wearing it as well.
Yeah.
Which was funny.
What
like,
she?
American Cups.
So you know the Pradas, yeah,
They
they
have
even
like
look
a
similar
red
to the
strap.
shoes that I've got now, but they got like, yeah, they got the red strap.
Yeah,
and the
at the back. I had the black ones. Let me
and
get a
then,
picture.
They
They're
got they're like
amazing.
two-tone. Some of them
Did
are
you have the
two-tone, but
black
you can get
one?
the triple black ones as
I
well.
had the
Right.
all black
But
ones.
The ones that are not triple black are normally two-tone, so it'll be white here,
Yeah,
but then
these
the
are
mesh
those.
will be like greyish more, and then it'll have the red.
I feel like they've
strap.
elevated how it
You've
looks
definitely
now,
seen
boy.
them. You've 100.
If
like,
you see how they look now, boy, are you want to
Swear.
get another pair? They look clean
wait,
now,
we
but
gotta get a picture because
you gotta get an old one. Look, this is how
Right,
they
can you
look
bring-
now.
I can't say. You know, I'm short-sighted. I'm so.
I'm clumsy. Sorry.
It's okay.
So there's a part of
What
Prada.
the-
Cool.
But these are the new. Like this is a new shape. Like before, they weren't looking like that, but they look similar.
Like I've seen them on Prada, but like back in your day,
We was
You're
wearing
actually
that.
like, I'm 50
yeah,
or something,
yeah,
like, bro.
like, like 100 years old.
What's it
Back in your day. No,
What?
but they used to look different. Listen, roadmen used to wear that with tracksuits, wide
What?
leg tracksuits.
Oh,
Don't-
no.
I'm telling you, it was
The
a shoe. I don't
They
know where it
would
came
wear,
from.
True religions.
Yeah, with the
tracksuits
Pradas.
with the
wait,
Pradas.
okay.
You don't know about them.
Yeah,
A
for
little
real.
thing though, I was on Vinted a few weeks ago and saw a pair of these
Yeah.
and was gonna get them.
Crazy.
They're cold.
Yeah,
They
they're
were
cold.
£25.
I mean, yeah. bro.
Even more cold. You're getting a bargain for it. as
However,
well.
I thought no, because I thought they'd make my feet look big. But I can't believe. So in college?
Yeah, that's like
That was-
2014,
yeah,
15.
2014.
Everyone was just
15.
dotting about with these.
Yeah.
No, 2014, 2015 was the Balenciaga Triple S.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
no, it wasn't.
Oh,
That was like 2017.
Yeah.
that's
Way. Like,
That's-
in your time.
that's my time. Don't young and me
All
like
time in
that.
like
The
different.
American,
like,
the Balenciaga Triple S's, I was.
That was
full
my.
blown- I was in Dubai.
I was in
That's
like
uni.
full. I was like full school. Like the way I. Okay, do you remember the iPhone 6 Plus?
yeah.
Is that
That
the one with the home button?
no, it was
Yeah.
like the big one. It was the first like big iPhone.
Yeah, it was
The
the
chunky
first
one.
time that they done the pluses. That was the first
Like the
iPhones that literally the first series of iPhones that had the pluses.
Plus, yeah, I think I
Yeah.
got that. From
right. I was like 13, 14, maybe a bit younger.
Mhm.
Probably a bit young.
Wow.
That was like the time when I suddenly was like, oh, I want to start saving money for things to get, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. Like that was the like,
Yeah.
oh, those are the big ticket items. But I never heard about these Prada ones.
Bro,
It was
they're like,
it was the iPhone, and then the Balenciaga Triple S was like the things you want, and
do you know what started that whole triple S phase?
what?
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, everyone thinks, can't it? Listen, I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm gonna say it again. 700s, the Yeezy 700s, when they came out, that's when the dad shoe came back into fashion.
Yeah.
Literally.
The
I
And
thought it
then
was the
that's
New
when the triple-
Balance.
No.
Nah, as in
The
when
Balenciaga Triple S's were like.
New
considered
Balance
that.
have always been dad shoes, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like when you think about dad shoes, you think about New Balance, yeah. But they weren't in style.
Mm.
Right.
Then when the 700s came out, that look of a dad shoe look then came into,
Mhm.
I was going to use another word, but I'll say it came more into style
Mm.
Is the
when that
700s
came
the
out.
one with the colours, the green, the grey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
white
the
ones, innit? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's the first one I had.
And I
before
remember
the
when they
Triple
first came
S's.
out and everyone was hating on it, I was like, but he's actually alright. And then boom, couple years later, them same people that were saying, oh, these 700s, they weren't even that nice. I see them all wearing it. I say, look at you guys.
You've been
Yeah.
seen, you've been spotted.
Listen, I know what I'm talking about. I do my
Yeah,
research,
those
innit?
ones, yeah. The
Those
are
wave,
some
the wave
weird-
runners. Those are the ones I had before the Balenciaga Triple S's.
The which ones?
The wave runners.
Was that the sock ones?
No.
Yeah, the sock ones are
Mm.
wavy still.
Sock ones are.
Wavy still?
They were wavy as in like,
They were
cold
wavy
back in
then.
the
Oh, I
time,
thought you
yeah.
meant like they're still hot. I was like,
No.
Are
No,
they?
Do you know what it is, yeah?
They're
That
not
would
bad, but
be
they're
a
just-
challenge. Wearing, yeah, the Balenciaga sock runners or whatever you want to call them.
Not really. Shall I tell you why? Because I swear down, half my students wear them.
What?
Yeah,
That's mad.
they wear
Wait,
them.
like
Yeah,
nowadays.
But they're making
No.
it stylish though.
yeah.
that's the
They'll be like
difference.
in a full. They might be in some wavy, like, but they're wearing it like more hood streetwear. So it's like full blown tracksuit, and you have to remember the tracksuit with the cuff bottoms, and then they got the then they got this big oversized, whether it's a Canada Goose, a Moncler, or whatever jacket, and they're good to go. Do you know what I mean? They look neat.
That's the
Do you
uniform.
know what?
Yeah.
That's the
A
uniform.
question I've got for you guys is: do you feel like some of your clothes or clothing items have expiration dates?
Okay. No.
Because a lot of people feel they can bring their old clothes back and da, but are there certain items that you feel like
Yes.
even if you bring back now or whenever, or they can only stay within that time period, they can't come out of that period?
I have a piece that I feel like can only stay within a time period for me, but a certain genre of fashion. So, for example, sorry, I'm laughing. You know the creeper era?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that can come back though. I can't
No,
lie.
it can come back, but I ended up getting like the TUK, the goth ones, the
Yeah,
Oh, the
yeah.
big.
fat. When I say I've
Oh.
never even worn them out, that's how like I put them on the other day and I sat in the living room. They are heavy, like you know, compared to all the light shoes we have now, they are so heavy. I think that's just one thing, like because I don't plan on going back to that era of where I used to do creepers. I need to give them to someone in the community that wears platform. You know them platform kind of goth.
Yeah.
They wear those all the time. I feel like that
Yeah.
would be for that.
Give back.
Route. Yeah, I need to give back, man. I can't keep those no more.
What about you, Ricky B?
What's the question again?
What's the item that?
Oh, school
Yeah.
coats.
School
And
coat?
this sounds really
What
weird,
do you
but
mean?
like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do you mean by that,
basically-
bro?
so like that, like my mum always let me choose what school coat, what like coat I wanted to have for that school year, basically. So I'd always like, go for one that was a bit more like cool or like fun, but obviously then it also had to like
Match.
be rain, like water resistant. It had to be a little bit long so you don't get cold. It had to have pockets and stuff. So then like the mum bits came involved and stuff, but like those kind of things, like those coats and actually my school shoes, they were kind of like sole purpose was for school. So like those are things that obviously I had in my wardrobe for like a year or 2 years, but I would never like bring those back, like those pieces, because they're like in
For
my
that
mind
era.
they're for that school bit. Like they weren't branded obviously the school or anything, but like they were purposely for
the
school.
yeah. Ooh.
That's school. I didn't wear them out after
Ever.
that.
Yeah.
That was it. After a year or two, done. New
Yeah.
one.
Do you think that type of styling of blazer or like school suit or jacket would ever come back? Or like would ever be reconceptualized as a
What,
brand?
like a blazer and stuff?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
of course.
that type
Yeah.
of styling
All
of
the
blazer.
time.
Like, you
That,
know,
like,
you know, school.
preppy
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? They
prep.
have a certain
I'm
type.
definitely all for prep. Like,
comes back all. It comes
do
back
all the
all the
time.
time. Every like 3 years, that prep whole vibe comes
I
circling
think
back
it's just a
all the
natural
time.
part of Again, I felt like American schooling was very preppy, especially the girls' side of things. The little like pleated skirts, the blazers and stuff. So I feel like that's a natural part of my rotation.
I
You
think
see me bringing some preps.
also that tailoring aspect will always be within, I think, British fashion culture, even though
Yeah.
half the time they don't like to admit it.
Yeah,
like,
tailoring is
it's
100%.
Like it's always gonna be around. It's always gonna come back around here over and over again. Like it's. I understand like
The
tailoring
original
was all across the
Englishman.
world,
Yeah.
but like British tailoring,
Yeah.
unmatched.
When you think about like the original Englishman,
Mm-hmm.
who's wearing a suit and tie.
Quintessentially,
like,
yeah.
These lot were
quintessentials.
doing shootings in full-on suits.
Thank you, Peaky
the mafia,
Blinders, full
Peaky
blown.
Blinders,
full
all
pieces.
of them. Like, it's
With
crazy.
the little
Do you know-
inside bit as well.
This guy had
do
an
you get it?
AK-47 in his trench coat. Are you
Like,
crazy?
That's what
What?
I'm saying. Tailoring goes back.
Crazy,
Like
crazy.
Yeah.
they were doing some mad stuff in tailoring.
I thought I want us to actually go back to that style because
Yeah, we should do something like that.
it's just like I feel like society would just be a better place with it. Like people just be naturally dressing a lot better than they are now. So yeah, that preppy style it's cool. It's got a nuance to it. Do you get what I'm saying? And we need to bring that back for sure.
We've gone very relaxed in life. When you think about it, people were
Yeah.
fighting in blazers. And now, do you get it? Like, when you actually think of the transition, like,
No.
our fighters
Fighting
now
in
are
tracksuits.
Why do you think, yeah,
in Nike.
they're all so good and calculated? Because think about how
They have
much you have to
move.
think about your outfit before you go out
Mhm.
and do a madness.
Yeah.
Before you do it, you got to put on your.
Your shirt has to be ironed.
Do you get it? You got iron, you got to
Mhm.
do that. You're not even just doing it. You're
Like
buying
some
soap,
old
you do
lady I
that
used
for
to look
you. It's
after,
mad.
she used to tell me, like, off the bat, when she knew, like, because we used to go with her to hospitals, a doctor would come and she'd know off the bat he didn't iron his shirt. She came from a generation of where the shirt's corners needed to be crisp. If not, that shirt was not ironed. You know, her man could never leave the house without the crispness of his blazer. She will press that shirt till it's steaming. She knows, like, what that was their era, their time. They was not leaving without looking sharp. Now we got people outside and they ain't even iron their
Listen,
t-shirt.
I'm corporate to that.
No, I
This
cried
is,
when my
my
iron
friend,
broke in uni. I
where
called
is
my
with
mum
me?
crying. I was so upset.
It increases itself as the day goes on.
No, it doesn't.
I will
No, it
actually,
doesn't.
I'll agree with this.
I said
I don't iron anything.
No, guys.
There's no
Listen,
iron.
I've just gotten to that level
sad.
of laziness. I was like, you know what? I can't bother, man.
I
It's
literally
gonna
can't live
increase
without an
itself.
iron. I cried in uni when my iron broke. I remember calling
What?
my mum. Yeah, she was like, "It's okay. I will send you."
Really?
I was so upset. Like,
Oh my god.
I actually love an iron. I can't. It's just. I think again, it's a Nigerian trauma.
You know what? Certain times, the reason why sometimes I just don't feel like ironing it is not because I can't do it.
Yeah, of course.
It's just because I feel like me getting ready, it just takes up unreasonable time. Do you
okay.
get it? Like, obviously you can do it before you go into the shower and stuff like that. But so, get out of the shower, jump out. Like, my clothes are already ready.
I know. Trust me.
Can I be bothered?
But you know,
No,
the
I
good thing
can't.
is,
Okay,
but
I'll
that's the
play
thing.
on.
You see, for me, if I come out and I do it that way, hence why sometimes I've got like a natural preparation. Like, if I wake up, say if I wake up and I'm in my bed and I haven't thought of what to wear,
Yeah.
that's the time when I'm thinking of it. So say if I know I want to wear this shirt and it needs ironing, yeah, I need to do that. But if I don't go through that method and it's a quick day where I've just jumped up, gone shower, I will refuse to wear the shirt. Like, I'll rather not wear that outfit
Man.
because it's not ironed.
Obviously,
not ready
if
to
it's,
go.
yeah, but if it's too obviously creased, then obviously like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
there's a limit.
I was
yeah,
gonna say
I'm
there
not
has to
just
be a
gonna do
limit
like
because you're
anything.
not avoiding it. Like,
But like,
there has to be a limit.
let's say the creases are minimal
Yeah, then I can rock with it.
and you just slap it on.
But
Do
it
you
would
know-
not. But it would not
Do
be
you know
the
what?
base.
We were saying this off
It
camera.
would be like what
You
Ricardo's
just say that
doing.
it's part of the styling. I swear down, yeah. As a fashion
Creases.
person, you could get away with anything.
Creases are part of the
To be
style.
fair,
Honestly,
if
you
you look
can.
at a lot of
Can
the
you say
jeans
that?
that have been coming
Yeah, I
out,
swear down, you can.
like
If your jeans are dirty, yeah, you can literally say, "I'm trying to go for a diesel look."
all the weekday look.
It is
that,
so
no, that
simple.
weekday
Can you
look.
imagine?
Do you get what I'm
Those
saying?
weekday jeans which actually have actual stains on them and people are buying them like they are.
Do you
They are
get it?
selling off the rails, fully stained, dirty jeans
You can say anything.
for £55.
Literally.
This-
He said, "I'm giving a diesel look."
Listen, you can say,
It's-
"Oh, I just
yeah.
got inspired by diesel.
It is
That's why I'm
true.
wearing it like this." No one's even gonna think about after that. After
No.
you said that, you're not even gonna think about.
Fair enough.
Do you
I
not-
might go use.
That's
What
what
co-
your reaction's gonna be.
No, because what am I gonna say for the creased one? What look am I giving? Hobo.
Izimaki.
Yeah.
Home
Anything.
police say.
Do you
See
get
all
it?
these names that you.
All the creases, all the folds.
Or let's say like I don't know, like people that wear white Air Forces that can afford to get clean ones,
Yeah,
but decide like they prefer it as dirty.
yeah.
They have that look.
That's different.
got that
that's
Margiela look.
different.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I
yeah,
was like, yeah, I'm just trying to go for that look. And what? No one even cares anymore.
yeah, no, I hear it. I hear it. It's saying it's new, but see, that's a. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh.
Just to wrap up.
Yeah.
Dami, you didn't answer
What?
the question that you posed out to everyone else.
What question?
Which was, is there something that expires that like a piece that-
Oh.
Answer that question. And
Did
then
he
the
not?
section, and
I
then-
don't remember, but yeah, probably not.
I thought. Oh,
don't-
maybe
I
it was,
don't know,
I
man.
thought you were saying about the
You
Prada
said,
ones.
No, that you were talking about something that was something which you had, wasn't it? Like back in the day. But
I
you-
can't remember.
you
I remember
didn't say
Queen
you
saying
were
that she had the creepers,
Mm-hmm.
and you said the school blazers and jackets
Oh
and stuff
shit!
like that.
Yeah.
But I never said mine though, innit?
Oh,
Shit.
well-
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so clothing items that have expiration dates. I would say something like, I won't even say it's a clothing item, but it's an accessory. And I'll say like those really small bags.
What?
small backpacks, so like a Just Do It bag. But I don't want to say Just Do It bag because there's other bags of that era that were also like that small compact look. I don't know why everyone was just in love with it at that time. Like you'd fit your whole life here in a small ass bag.
No, seriously.
It was ridiculous.
What? I'm baffled.
I used to go Camden and get them.
Yeah,
I love that.
like there was like Just Do It bags, and then you'd also have those like comic book bags.
Yeah.
And we had literally have like a Spider-Man on the back, or it'd have like a Hulk on the back. Do you know what I'm saying? That look, I feel like, isn't gonna come back anytime soon. There's
A book bag.
Drewski literally done a sketch on it. So you see that sketch where he was like showing gangsters in the night used to do dance battles to get at each other, but now these lot just like say loads of drillings on songs.
Mm.
So he's trying to compare the eras, and then he obviously wore the clothing to match that era. And he was literally wearing the smallest backpack with cartoon characters on it, and that's what the gangsters back in the day were wearing.
Really?
And then it translated like throughout like the whole 2000s era, and it literally stopped around the end of the 2000 era. So 2010, 11 was when it made that switch, and I don't think it's ever gonna come back, ever.
Ever, never,
Ever.
Never.
Giacomo's is trying his hardest, but never
Giacomo's.
cannot do it.
What you
Is
mean
it
with the mini
Giacomo's or
handbags?
Giacomo's? What is it?
What, Jackman?
So on the song,
Giacomo's.
Giacomo's.
we need to clear this up. Giacomo's, Giacomo's,
Jacques.
Jacques,
Because it's French, it's Giacomo's.
Jacquemus. Okay,
Giacomo's.
cool. You taught me something today. Thank you.
Don't hold me to it though, because if I'm wrong.
I
Actually,
heard it on a song as well.
okay, but the haters just come out in full force.
So no hate on me that I didn't know. I was misinformed for a long time. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Jacquemus.
Okay, so I've just literally spoken about the things that have an expiration date, the fashion items that have an expiration date, and I don't feel like we ever come back. And obviously, you have Ricky B,
Yes.
and the
Queen
Queen
T.
herself.
Queen
You
T.
know what I'm saying? The Queen herself. And now we're moving on to the next section, which just happens to be the lights are hot right now. It's the spotlight of the week. All right, then that's right.
We need a
We were-
consensus song for
Look,
that because
we were.
Ricky was singing his own song about Spotlight. You was doing your own. I'm like, Spotlight. And I'm like, yo, there's too
Is
much
it?
going on.
Because that's how chaotic Spotlight of the Week is.
Spotlight
Exactly.
of the Week is
Exactly.
We were peeping it. You put it in the group chat a little bit earlier,
Yes,
so
yes.
me and Queen have actually been checking out who they
Yeah.
are. Hence why you joined us while we're all looking tentatively at our phones.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Tell us, Dami, who is it? What's the crack?
Hey, the crack today. It's very addictive today. Ludan is a Vietnam. Well, Ludan is a brand that started off in LA with Vietnamese heritage. Started by a founder, Hung La, who literally has a background with working in high-end luxury for Balenciaga and Celine as well. And the label is basically rooted in nuances of Asian identity and its evolution. And what that essentially means is, so do you remember from like the 80s and 90s, have you heard of like notorious gangs, Chinese ones? I thought, oh, what's the name of the gang again? There's a really famous one. Oh my God, how have I forgotten the name of that? How have I forgotten the name of the freaking gang? Wait. Let's like let me just search the name of the gang, because literally I just find the name of this.
It's cool. Honestly, like.
What?
You edit it.
Wait, no. Triad. It's the Triad. There we go. So there's a famous Asian gang called the Triads, and they're basically known for having a certain aesthetic and style. And they used to wear a lot of like floral shirts. So imagine you're the opposition and you see someone pull up to you in a floral shirt and then just do a madness to you. Do you get what I'm saying? Every time they step out to do something, they'll do it stylish and make it look cool. And that was like the whole allure behind that whole look. And Hung La wanted to recreate that and readapt that to really highlight those Asian roots, because when he was growing up, he was someone that used to reject it a lot. He's someone that used to go against it because he grew up in America, so he He didn't want to fit to the norms of being that scrawny Asian kid that is just a nerd and all he does is just go to school and just be the smartest, whatever. He was actually had his own personality, and he wanted to express that.
And he clearly liked the bad side of what was, like in terms of like when you even think about Chinese culture, the first thing you think of is not
Vietnamese.
Sorry, my apologies.
South Asian culture.
South Asian, but even that as well, Vietnamese to me is a very peaceful. When I think of it, I don't really think of the gang side of stuff. So the fact that he even wanted to like, not gangs, but like, that side, the criminal activity side, the fact that he wanted to highlight what they were wearing at that time shows, like he was just trying to break a norm of what people see.
Exactly.
And have an idea of, which I like a lot actually.
And obviously because he used to like reject that a lot, he decided as he got older, he started to get more in touch with his roots. And that's where the name actually stems from. It stems from his Vietnamese background. And Lu Dan literally means in Vietnamese pomegranate and bullet. And then together, it's like a slang term, and it means dangerous man. So it's very true to its name. And literally, that's how he was able to embrace his Asian heritage and culture. And obviously he done this by breaking away from the stereotypes and the expectations that, people that do come from that background, those stereotypes that fall on them. That's just literally what he's trying to break away from. And then as well as that, he's trying to also add a different depth to how people see Asian people. People only see Asian people as these harmless people that are only just really smart and that's it. But there's so much more to them, and there's different types of personalities that you get within that culture, and he really wants to celebrate that and show that. Sometimes you go through these things where you have to break stereotypes and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why that's why Lu Dan, it's my spotlight of the week.
Boss.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? You guys are just silent.
I was listening. I liked it.
I was listening and looking. I like a lot of his pieces. I love. Obviously, you're telling me more about the background on it. Do you know what I mean? Which I like, because I feel like if you don't do your research, you may not understand a lot of where his pieces come from and why. So when I do see some of the pieces now, I try to even put myself back in the 80s and think of them fighting in that exact outfit that he's made. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he's made these leather pants that I was just looking at, and it's got this zip off at the just literally about below the knee. And then just imagine how useful that would be if you really need to go mad to like.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Zip that off what straight? It's like putting Crocs in sports mode. You know what I mean? Like he's thinking outside of the box. I like that he's playing with the silhouettes and stuff. So yeah, no, shout out to Lu Dan.
Exactly. Shout out to Lu Dan. Shout out to Hung Lao as well.
Yeah.
Guys, if you have time, please
check him out.
Check him out and actually read about this guy, Hung Lao specifically. His story is just so catching, like interesting. He started off here. I'm gonna give you just a quick summary in it, so that you guys can do a bit more of your research. But he started off getting kicked out of his school. Then once he got kicked out, his mum obviously got onto him about it, because obviously you know what people see South Asians as. And then once that happened, he then got himself straight, got into the straight and narrow, went on to do engineering at university. But then whilst he was at university, he was selling drugs. Then when he did sell drugs, he realised that he didn't really want to do engineering. He was spending a lot of his time just doing that. But he still managed to finish even with all those things happening. And then he went into the world of engineering for a year and realised it really wasn't him. So he then went to the famous fashion school, at institution in Antwerp, the same place.
No way, the Antwerp Sex.
Yeah, and he's from the same class as Glenn Martins and all those people.
No way.
So that's how he was able to then get his foot into Balenciaga and Celine. And that's all I'm going to say for now, but you guys do the rest of the research yourself.
What a cool designer.
Dope guy, man. Very dope guy. So yeah.
Spotlight of the week.
Bam. Thanks for locking in. This was For the Hype. We have spoke about so much stuff.
Yeah. We spoke about so many things, and you know.
And it's the fact they looked at me for rescue. I don't even know. Are we wrapping up? Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't
I didn't even know
he
he was
like
wrapping up.
I was wrapping it up like that. I was gonna go boo boo, wrap it up.
Okay, cool.
So that was Spotlight of the Week. Good, strong choice as always from you. Always pulling through with the strong spotlight. Thanks for locking in.
Get
This
it
was
on.
for the hype. And may I just say, we want you to be involved always. Okay.
Yes, we do, guys. Make sure you guys are letting us know what your favorite challenges are.
Mhm.
Some of the things we've spoken about today, such as some of your fashion mistakes and things you would not bring back.
Yeah, keep them
Guys,
in the dirt.
We want to know.
Exactly.
So make sure to talk to us at Before the Hype Show on all platforms.
Yeah.
YouTube, Spotify.
Give us a 5-star review because we love it.
Yeah.
Shout out to us on TikTok. Again,
Yes,
like that guy.
please. Oh my
Shout out
gosh,
to
we
the
love you.
hater.
Shout out to the haters.
We
Shout out to
love
the haters.
you.
We love you guys, honestly.
Literally, we're putting out some rich content, so you know we need some feedback. We want you guys to interact with us and
Yeah.
speak to us about these things. Make sure to leave a comment, like, and always subscribe. Always subscribe. Don't forget that. That should be the
And
first
share.
thing that you do.
If you
And
don't
always
enjoy
share
it,
as
someone
well.
else will. Yeah.
Exactly. And obviously on that note, obviously we've been your hosts. This is Before the Hype. And
Bye.
we're over and
Adios, mi amigas.
Ciao.